Here we go for another episode of Kickett and Kompany. Oh, we a little short today, y'all. Just me and Justin and our lovely guests, but we gonna do what we do, of course. Justin in the back doing all of the production stuff. I am Bricks Montana, and today, y'all, we got a real interview, a real girl. Y'all should see this PowerPoint we done received and everything. Yes, Miss is it Jana?
Banana.
Okay, so I want to make sure because our names.
Yes.
Jana Gamble.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Gamble.
Thank you for having me.
How you doing today?
I am well. How about you?
I cannot complain. I cannot
Okay.
complain. We got a good Saturday. The weather is good here. So
Yes.
what can we do?
Yeah.
Got to get outside.
Okay.
So my first question normally is, where are you from?
I am from. Okay. This is how I know. This is how I know who you are. I'm from Moberly, Missouri.
Okay.
People usually know Moberly for two things.
What's
Do
the
you
two?
know Moberly?
Moberly.
It's 30 minutes north of Columbia.
You say
Justin.
Moberly? I got my belt buckle down there.
Yeah.
Over there by that one place over there by the end of that fence.
30 minutes north of Columbia.
Okay.
People usually know Mizzou, like the Mizzou
Yeah, because
Tigers.
I went to Lincoln,
Like
so
that's
I'm
Columbia,
familiar
but
with
that's
Missouri.
not Moberly.
Mhm.
So Moberly, they usually know the prison or the Greyhound.
Prison. Go prison. That was on the
There we
address.
go. There we
That was on the
go.
address from a couple of people I mailed up there and show.
You had your pen pals in grade
Yeah.
school. Do good.
Actually, for me, it was my brother. Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness. So, when did you move to St. Louis?
I moved to St. Louis in 2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
To go to Webster University.
Oh, all right.
And my dad had already lived out in St. Peters for
Okay.
a long time. So I went to Webster University for film production.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's what's up. Webster, they have some good programs at Webster. They really do. One of my professors, when I went into theater and everything at Forest Park, she got her degree at Webster.
Okay.
And she was awesome. So
Yeah.
you awesome because she knew everything.
Well,
everything.
look, we'll get to all that, but I did go 1 year at Webster,
Mhm,
and it was a great year.
I
took away a present.
It was.
Sounds like my educational background.
Yes.
Really. So when you moved here, you went to Webster. You stayed.
I did. After Webster, and I found out I was pregnant with my son.
Okay.
And so
That's where the good time came in.
Who
Okay.
knows about Cutco? Did y'all know Cutco?
Girl.
Okay. Did you sell some knives?
Now you
I didn't make it that
you
far.
are really taking me back, baby. They hired me before.
Okay.
Oh my God. And I'm not a
They
seller.
tried to get you
Okay.
to. Well, what they did, number one, you're a kid. You work to make money.
Yes.
But what do they say? Oh, you got to buy your own.
You gotta
knives.
buy your own
Wait a
set.
minute, and then you got to sell it to your friends and family.
Yep.
And the
Grandma,
people,
Sales.
the
Grandma,
people
buy some
who
knives.
they kind of sell you the job.
Oh yeah.
And
they're good
so
at it.
I bought the knives
Yeah.
and tried with my family and friends. But me, if you say no, I have no rebuttal. So that job didn't last long.
Yeah.
And I still had the knives.
Okay, you better have your
Did
Cutco
they
knives.
still work? You could cut
Yes.
They were
steel.
good. Now
And
they
you can
were
still
good
get them
knives.
sharpened if you send them in.
They were good knives. Now don't
Knives or knives?
Knives.
I'm originally from here. It's knives.
From here or
Okay.
her?
From here.
I'm here over there.
From here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither her nor there.
You
So
know how
I
do.
got up to assistant manager position, and they offered me
sound
to go to
good.
Cape Girardeau. So that was literally at the end of my freshman year.
Oh, that was
and so we
fun.
started an office in Cape Girardeau.
Oh, that's
I
dope.
was super sick with my pregnancy. Water gave me heartburn. It was an awful first start. But so I did stay there for the summer, and then I went back home to Moberly.
Okay.
Just to have my son, and I came right back in June of 2002. Yep.
So, okay, your resume is so large. We got to work in spots. Okay. Justin, tell us who you is real quick.
Take a sec. Oh, hey, what's up? Justin Kickett. Biggest and best, greatest show ever.
Ever.
Darn it.
Dang it.
Yeah, we're doing no potty mouth today. No shenanigans. All down to business.
Okay, now I'm gonna try.
Maybe a bit of shenanigans.
I might have a little.
bit of potty.
I'm
a little
gonna,
bit
I'm
of
gonna,
potty mouth,
I'm
but,
gonna try my best. My
We're
best.
somewhere between Jerry Springer and Mr. Rogers.
Somewhere in there, depending on the moment.
Yeah. And I bet you behind the scenes
They're hanging out right now.
they cursed a little bit
doing
too.
things
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not supposed to do.
Okay, so all right. So first, your
Yes.
ethnic background. I gotta
Yes.
ask you about that, right?
So,
your mother was a Mexican American woman, and your father is an African American man.
Yes.
Right. So
I'm Blexican.
Blexican. I love it. So how is that different? You know, because different being biracial in different
Yeah.
categories
Yeah.
makes it different.
Absolutely.
Gotta check all the boxes.
Uh
why is that
because
even
she's
a
a
thing?
double minority.
huh. Triple.
most-
Well, now I'm quadruple, but
yeah, but most biracial people are a minority and a majority added together. So it makes it a little different to be from both sides minority.
And like Alaskans,
Well,
like
almost,
a category.
'cause-
Like you're Alaskan. What does that mean? That's
believe
still
it.
American?
They don't
I mean,
even
that's-
know. They
Yeah,
don't even
and
know.
then why do they? I mean, I guess for statistics or whatever, but a lot of the colleges are doing away with that now, right? You should, as a college, you should
They
accept me for
should.
my grade, not what,
Because to me,
not what
it's
race it is.
me.
Doesn't make any
Anything that they
sense.
ask for your race, I don't put it down.
you know it's a
I don't
social
think it-
construct.
I don't
But
think you have to.
I'll say but.
And then for you, what do
It
you
is-
put?
So I would never put other. Like seeing other was always offensive.
Yeah, that's offensive.
Offensive to me. So if they didn't have black and Hispanic as a race, or if it only has black as a race, and I always put Hispanic, yes. If it doesn't have Mexican or whatever. But so like I make sure that I am recognized for
Both
at least
sides,
those
yes.
sides. And then we won't even get into the DNA testing of 42
Please,
different.
we cannot. We
Don't
cannot.
do that because they
We-
got
yeah.
in trouble.
We
Oh,
Which one?
32 and me or whatever.
Okay,
Oh,
see that,
yeah, I
that's
didn't go
not,
through them,
The
but-
first one that most people started going through was Ancestry.com
Yeah.
and different things like that. I didn't trust, when I read the information on 33&1, I didn't trust the information.
23 and me.
23
Oh, yeah.
Because they like, they,
It's like a book.
the jargon.
I mean,
you
you're
know, the
literally
fine
giving
print.
them, here's me.
Yeah,
Everything.
yeah.
My blood sample.
Well, no.
Give them a stool sample.
It's a
throw
swab.
that over, here you go.
It's a swab. It's a swab. It's
Being
really
a little
easy.
dramatic, but
It's really easy.
Have you not seen our show
but
before?
yeah.
yeah. Oh
Just
yeah.
A little bit of dramatic.
Just a little.
To me, you know how they used to tell us in history and everything, America was supposed to be a melting pot?
Uh-huh.
That shows the melting pot,
Yeah.
our DNA.
Yeah.
Because it was all kind of crap. I mean, and like some of those, historical stories the
Uh-huh.
families tell,
Yeah.
especially black folks' families,
Uh-huh.
that were all Native American. They was a lie. A big lie. I had
Okay.
one small percentage.
I didn't even have a percentage.
And every black person in America swear they come from.
Uh-huh.
If your hair look a little good, you might got some Indian
Oh,
in
girl,
it.
you
Nah.
got some Indian in you.
No,
Yeah.
baby, no. Mm-mm.
But
I did
yeah.
not have any land, damn it.
I had no
You
Native
annexed that
American,
land.
like
Yeah.
1%. That's
Yeah.
and you had none. So
Yeah, and then being from where our family immigrated from,
Mm-hmm.
so my mom's family is from Michoacan, the state of Michoacan in Mexico.
Okay.
So they immigrated. So during that time, early 1900s,
Mm-hmm.
these steel mills were a big thing for earning money, and so they were all in Indiana Harbor,
Yeah.
like East Chicago. So that's where all of our family immigrated up to
Okay.
work in the steel mills.
Okay.
So that's where my Hispanic family
Okay.
all,
Okay.
you know.
And while they're migrating up there,
Yep.
the African American side probably was migrating from the South, going up there because
I'm still
that's
trying
how
to
we got
figure
here.
out that side. I've really tried to.
And it's gonna be so much harder.
It is, and I just know that my dad is like, you guys know Louisiana, Missouri. Okay, he's like from there in the
Okay.
Ellsbury area.
Okay.
So my daddy's a country
I
boy.
can't
So-
count that far.
Country boy.
Your dad is
Country mile.
when I got my DNA, they had the
Hey
migration.
guys.
They had the migration information, right?
Okay.
And so, the slaves from all that area, Mississippi, Louisiana, Georgia, all of the southern states around, they call it the Great Migration. When we were sharecroppers, we like, forget this sharecropper, let's go up south. So we all moved up to the South. So that's how we got here in St. Louis. And half of my family was like, no, forget St. Louis. And
Kept going.
Chicago and Michigan and everything. And when I got the DNA, the exact story that they had told us, because I lived in the house with the great-grandparents.
Okay.
So I heard all the tea.
Okay.
So exactly the story of the migration and them coming here, our DNA told it. I said, oh my God.
Now, so the Africa side, though, I don't know how your connection went there. So I am West African and North African.
Okay, see, I'm Nigerian.
And, yes, me too.
And
me
Congo.
Too. But I have a little bit of Kenyan in me, so they don't claim that east side, but
I got Congo.
Yep.
Nigerian.
We had him on yesterday.
Congo.
Department of Congo. He's
wow.
He was in town. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, on Dr. Meddy's show. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep,
That does
You know
make
Dr.
sense.
Meddy?
Yeah, I do. So I told her, I said, I have to leave something for him because I never see him. And I've had this since I went to South Africa.
Oh, yeah.
Literally. So I've got a present for him.
He's on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Should come on his show, too. Hit him up.
That's awesome.
So that when I was reading your stuff, I was wondering about because I just feel that everybody has their own story of the background from their life. And
because even like you said, okay, let's take the statistics when you're doing your paperwork and what race you this that. But it was even worse, not just other being offensive, but in real life when people you white. No, bro, I'm Mexican.
I'm so far from
right.
that.
Yeah. And so that would be offensive to me too. If you're gonna try to say who I am or categorize me correctly.
Yes.
And so, but it was always, even I'm from a small town, very small Black minority groups, raised Catholic at that. So we're the only people of color.
Yeah, you're the only people
in the
Catholic,
the whole church, unless it's a holiday or something. There might be somebody else. But now, later in life, there have been more people that have, come to the church and everything. Yeah. And so during all that time, and I went to Catholic school first 8 years. So then we only had one high school.
Okay.
In the area.
So you had
all
to go.
The kids go to the same high school.
Okay.
So that was a lot of my introduction to a lot of the Black families and kids in the community.
And that's totally different.
And I was too white, or you talk too proper. It was always this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? And then I'm always been friends with everybody, all the friend groups. And so it was just, it was interesting.
You had to get to know everybody now, especially because I did that. My mom, we went to Catholic school, and then we went to public school. Okay. So it was,
Did you get a better education?
Yes, 100%.
Not me.
100%.
I what not to do in high school.
By the time we got to other schools, we were so far advanced than the other kids. And that way, I started getting in trouble because
you're bored.
They still doing their work, and I'm sitting there chilling, so I'm messing with so then I started getting in trouble because I was so far advanced. I'm like, they doing something I've been did. So yeah, it's a big disparity.
Yeah, that's your.
There we go.
Round one.
Yeah. Yes.
So
let's see.
With your. Okay, so you got a lot. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know where to dig in, man. We got
so you were raised in a Catholic church. Is that why it seems like everything, your mission, your nonprofit, everything is
it's for somebody else.
Everything, well, that's a good point too.
It's community. It's
you could tell that when you're reading everything, and it's faith.
Yeah, faith is a huge part of my life, my upbringing, and especially my adult life. So now, I was raised Catholic my whole life. 18 years old, come to St. Louis, and live. And I kind of went to the Catholic church a couple times, but it just wasn't speaking to me anymore.
The holy water started boiling.
Yeah.
No.
The pews caught on fire.
Right. They're like, you know what?
Maybe I need to get up out of here.
We let her go to college, and now look what happened.
I got stuck in the damn confessional. You're not done yet.
Right.
You got more sins to confess.
I know there's more.
I was there for 2.5 years.
Right.
That's
and so, but.
That's a scary
Look, we just talked about that at our Bible study
That's
on
where,
this weekend.
it's so
that's where someone
scary.
else got pregnant in the confessional.
I mean,
Okay.
it feels like you're gonna be molested. I mean,
Man.
Mentally
because
molested.
it's darker. It's dark. You know, then you're sitting there.
But it's not
by
biblical.
yourself. Yeah, it's not. It's not. You're
It's
sitting there
not.
by yourself with this
Shadowy figure.
with the priest who, as a child, you know, coming up, this was before all of the priest stuff came up and
Yeah.
everything. He already intimidated you. You know, he's the head of the church and the head of your school. So you're going in there and you already feel this big, and then you're supposed to tell them all the bad things that you done done. Last time I told a grown up the bad things I did, my mama whooped me.
I was
so
just
what
about to say, I know what happened after that.
you know, so
Yeah.
it's I don't understand. I would never send my child in there because it's so scary. It scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, it was a lot as a child. So really, like, and you know, being Mexican Americans, immigrated and raised that way with my mama, you know, like Catholicism is huge.
Yes.
Just like, and she is a super server. She's
Okay.
cut down.
So she didn't play.
after years, you know. So like I always said, like I got my volunteer and serving habits from my mama, like because she was everywhere doing everything for our
service.
church, for the community,
I love
and that's
that.
really why community-based stuff is big for me too. And so that really formed the foundation of faith. And then when I was able to, you know, have my own children shortly after, and then, you know, really tap into like just Christianity and finding my relationship with God.
What yours is.
Yeah, that changed my whole life. So, yeah.
Are you still a practicing Catholic?
No. Haven't been probably since I did baptize my son. So at 20, I baptized him. Catholic, but I really haven't practiced since then, around that time.
And that's another thing as far as labels, like religion. Like, is there a big... I mean, they're still fighting over what the Holy War, right?
Yeah.
It's going on for 1,000 years because
Yeah.
you believe something different than her or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, the
that's
biggest
ongoing.
wars
religion is
have
the
been
biggest
over
topic.
religion.
Yeah.
Politics and
The
religion,
longest
too.
wars, the biggest wars have been over religion. I mean, how long did they fight over Jerusalem?
They still are.
Okay.
They're always
I mean,
gonna fight
no,
over
and-
Jerusalem.
and
That's
this-
why.
and
And
Yeah.
this started during the Crusades.
It's the promised land.
It's always. It's
They
actually
promised me the promised
like
land. No, they promised you the promise. No, they promised to me.
Right.
They promised me.
like literally God took his hand off of Israel or Jerusalem for a long time, and I was reading about that, and so that's part of our study that we were doing, and it's just like he's like, I'm done with you prostituting and doing all this other stuff, like
Because
you're not mine. But then he came back. You know?
everyone who had it destroyed it in some aspect. Destroyed all of the ancient artifacts. Destroyed.
They started worshiping things that weren't even God.
Oh yeah,
That's the biggest.
I mean,
thing,
it's
you
a
know?
lot of stuff with that.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
worship the person instead of the God.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a huge part of my life now, especially after it's been a while. It's been so long since I've been, here with Justin. It's like my life and my health had taken such a turn, and so that really even had me dive deeper, into my faith and how much appreciation and gratefulness I
Yes,
I
amen.
have for being alive and being
Amen.
able to be here talking with you.
Yeah, I saw what you kind of went through a little bit. It's like, man, you're just fighting through it.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. And
Yeah.
everything. How can you help others if you can't help yourself?
Yeah.
A lot of people are empty inside, right? But they show it through helping others, but that's only a temporary achievement, and they're still broke inside.
Yeah.
So you find yourself, and then definitely have extra to share with others.
Absolutely.
That's how I feel about it.
Absolutely. Because I know the point, even like pre-pandemic, where I was working for an organization. I had been with them for almost like 7 years, it was 6 years or so, and I had to pour out so much all the time, and I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't taking care of my mental health, my body, and so it was literally when the pandemic, that shift, when I came back from South Africa, that like all these things just domino effect of health went on literally for 5 years.
That is so bad. You guys, you have to have your self-care.
Yes.
You have to
Mask
take
on
care of
first.
yourself.
Put your mask on first.
Yes. You have to. Because that's so true, especially as a mom, as a dad, as we trying to take care of everybody and do everything, and we're not taking care of ourselves.
Yeah.
So, what are they gonna do without us?
Exactly.
So I'm glad.
You can't serve from an empty cup.
You sure can't, baby. You can't fill nobody else up if you ain't got nothing inside of you. And that is true. So I got questions about your daughter. Okay, so we know you had a son and a daughter, right?
Yes.
You're business partners with your daughter with the nails.
Yes.
That is so awesome.
She's just getting back into it now. I'm super excited.
Okay. That's so awesome.
So she was 15 years old during the pandemic. Both of us were going through it. She was taking care of me.
Right.
That was right before. Okay, so this was right before she had to take care of me. At January of 2020, she was a track runner, like really good. She was in. We went on a traveling team. Went to an event in Illinois. She's running and she collapses. But her hard head tail wants to run again. She runs again and collapses. And then, like, we barely get her in the car to go drive all the way back to here. And then she's
they
like,
didn't have a medical team there?
She did. I'm like, no one just, I'm like, I'm in Illinois. I don't know what to do. What if we have to stay here? You know what I mean? So, like, I took her back. And my ex was actually, we were having a surprise birthday party for his mom. So she's like, I just want to go lay down. I'll rest and lay down. So she went upstairs, was resting, and then she calls me. Thank God I heard my phone because, there's music and everything
you're
going
at a party.
Yeah. And she's like, Mom, I can't get off the floor.
Oh, my Jesus.
And so she was just bawling her eyes out, and we had to take her to the emergency room.
Oh, yeah.
And immediately they transfer her to Children's. And they're like, we don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's the worst news ever.
She's just dehydrated.
Right.
No.
It's
So we
gotta be more
spent
than
2 weeks
in
the emergency or in children at Cardinal Glennon, and she went down to 5% kidney failure. They were talking about dialysis. Like, I'm like, no. I'm like believing for her kidneys to turn around. I'm like, I'm praying. Like, if it doesn't happen by tomorrow, you can start it. But I'm believing God that it's going to happen. It's going to turn around. Yeah. So literally the next morning, her numbers started going up.
So what is
and
dialysis
up and up. So dialysis is like cleaning your kidneys and making them operable.
So how'd they get damaged in the first? What was in there? What, toxin or something?
They're saying, so the only answer, and this is literally still to this day, they still have her DNA and they test it every 2 years to see if there are any new diagnosis that have been developed since then, which they still have not found. She had muscle biopsies. I mean, she's gone through the ringer trying to figure out what this is.
And she's healthy overall and everything, right? In sports or.
So what they call it is the only thing they could diagnose her with is rhabdomyolysis.
Okay.
So rhabdomyolysis is a condition normally when you see people like my friend, co-author, Jamie Mowers. She is a triathlon, right? So when people are doing marathons, triathlons, they are usually the people that just start exercising really, really, really heavy. Those are the type of people that usually get rhabdo.
It's a shock.
So
it shocks your body.
Your creatinine in your blood level, those people would normally have like 20,000, 50,000 creatinine, and they would go into rhabdo.
Okay.
Your normal levels are like, I don't know, like 60 to 120 or something like that, right?
Oh God.
Yeah. So my daughter's, when we first went in, was like 10,000. So they didn't believe really that it was rhabdo, but she kept going in it. Like she went sledding another time and went into rhabdo. Like tried to run, went into rhabdo. So like she really hasn't. The next year she did go to state. But long story short, I'm sorry. That's like a whole story. But she is a part of the book, part of my journey. So she was going through all that, and we're trying to find her some purpose and something to look forward to. And so that's when we started the nail business.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I'm glad. But oh my God, it's so weird for them not to know.
Yeah.
And
I have a lot of confidence that it is connected to COVID.
Yeah, it could definitely be.
Because when I was like dying from it,
was your kidneys?
She was asymptomatic.
And they're definitely not going to admit that.
No,
What, she got
it was too early.
She got the vaccine?
Later, yeah, much later.
Did your kidneys get damaged with your COVID?
So a lot of things got all kinds
Because
of messed
my
up with
father-in-law,
COVID.
that he has dialysis now.
Mm.
He has to have dialysis and everything.
Later.
Before COVID.
Yeah.
He got real sick with COVID, went to the emergency room, went to the hospital, was there for a couple of weeks, and now he has to have dialysis.
I did have kidney cancer for the second time during this period.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And my gallbladder went bad. So I said, I think y'all are just like
Have you had
harvesting
it-
my organs at
Have
this
you
point.
had it removed
Like,
already?
yeah. I literally, it was not even 6 months later, I think.
Okay, you gotta
That-
tell me.
yeah,
how it works,
girl.
'cause they told me I gotta have my removed.
Oh, get
and
it
I'm
done.
scared. I'm
Get
so
it done.
scared.
Get it done. Get it done. It's just like your body's gonna hurt, but like everything, get it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just had to ask somebody that's around my age that was I'm scared.
Around your age, 35.
Well, she's still around my age. The people I know are 60, 70 years old getting theirs removed. I don't want to know that story.
What's getting removed? What did I miss?
I
Gallbladder.
gotta get my gallbladder removed.
Is that you don't need it?
So
I thought that was the
how
appendix. You
how
don't
we
need.
we don't
don't
really
need
need that
the
either.
gallbladder.
It's like how we've what do they call it? How we've evolved as humans. There's certain things that we don't really need as much as we did when we were cave people or whatever. You know what I mean? Like back in the day.
So we can take them out and sell them on the black market.
Can't say
You
I'm
could
lying.
try. I don't know
You
what,
can't say I'm
but you're not
lying.
gonna transplant one.
Yeah, they not.
I
they
don't need it
I don't
anyway.
think. I don't think any doctors put them in. I
No,
think they just take
just
them out.
remove them.
Exit only.
Yeah.
It's not a big market of people around here looking for
Right.
a new
Now
gallbladder.
other organs, yeah, but not the gallbladder and the
I want to
appendix.
make my own. Let's go get some stem cells together. We can start a lab.
And you're gonna start putting them back into people.
Gamble Laboratories.
All
Put your name on
right.
it. I can be the mad scientist. You can do the funding. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
gonna send you to jail. Don't
Uh-huh,
do it. Don't do it. Don't do
I'll
it.
be right
It'll be
by
a
your
fan-
side.
It'll be a fancy jail like P. Diddy, though. You have a leather couch,
I'm not going to jail.
bottled water,
High quality H2O.
high quality H2O.
Yes.
So, what was the first movie you made?
So
Yeah, so like 6 or 8
there's a
on
lot
there.
of history
So
there.
many.
Movies
There's a lot
and
of stuff there.
miniseries, dude.
There's music videos. So music video was my very
Okay.
first thing. Actually, that one's not on there, but it is for Wade Alexander.
You got overtime on there?
And so Overtime, and then Star Walker was the last one I produced of his music videos.
Okay.
Which was really great video. Excuse me, but the first movie that I shot was didn't get produced all the way.
Okay.
It didn't come out,
Okay.
but it was for Slim. It was called Let's Get It.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that gave you at least the experience. And so
That was the first time I learned a lot in film school over that year, but the bulk of everything I needed to know and really made me a great producer was all the life in between. And then when I started doing it by myself, like I taught myself everything I needed to, or would like there's like Gail Gallagher. What's up, Gail? If you're watching,
Hey!
Gail is amazing. She's been in the industry for a long time too. So I would like kind of ask her some questions about being assistant director, because I was like, girl, I'm getting in this. I don't know what. And so she gave me a couple tips and stuff, and then I would research as well, and really just learning as I go. And then able to teach other people along the way too.
Oh,
which
that's
was
a
super
blessing.
dope. That's one of my
That's what
favorite
I
things.
do with the radio. I try to teach people how
Yeah.
to do it. You haven't had anybody that's backfired on, though, have you? You have any war stories? Let's hear the dark. Let's hear the dark
I don't think
side.
you can be in this industry. and
Well,
not-
this is my tip for everyone. Whatever you're doing, get a contract, because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
some contracts I still need to get. So carry on.
We'll save that for the next time.
Yeah.
You ain't lying, though. You are not lying.
But be professional. Get your contracts.
and
do
know
what you
that
need to
just
do.
shaking hands
No,
this is not the 20s.
get it in ink.
Shaking hands don't mean nothing no more. Okay?
Giving people your shoe don't count anymore.
It does not. It does
I
not count.
need a blood sample.
I mean, seriously, a lot of people still do that old school business.
Yeah, just
but-
do it right. It
And
skips-
people are shady.
He said, she said. Well,
Yeah.
no, this says right here. That's your signature.
Yeah, just do what you got to do at the beginning so you
Get
don't
your
have
paperwork
issues
done.
later.
Remember, we
For
tell
real.
y'all that every time. Make sure you got your paperwork.
Doesn't
And,
matter
and
what
when
business
you know the
you're
people,
in.
don't be like, oh, it's just Justin. He got me. No, do the paperwork. Get your contracts.
Yeah, we're friends, but at the end of the day, we're both business people.
Exactly.
So it's like, well,
Exactly. Take care of it on the front end, not the back end.
Yeah.
No,
Shake hands and then we'll take care of that and then whatever. But
Yeah.
even your family need to sign a contract.
Yeah.
If you want to buy
everybody.
these knives,
Because to me, if family will do you like that, anybody can.
Yeah.
It's just safer for you and them.
Yeah.
It just definitely is.
So we shot a lot. So between 2014 and 2020, 2020, shot a lot of pilots, music videos, feature films, a lot of different genres even. Wrote a lot of scripts, a ton of scripts. So I'm telling you, from a script for a pastor of a book he wrote to a hip hop horror film. Like, that is the spectrum.
Okay, then that's a spectrum for you.
That's a spectrum.
That definitely
that's how
is.
it is here. We got church shows.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sex shows somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know
did
if
have-
they're with us anymore.
We had
But,
no, they not. They not with
yeah,
us.
we got, oh yeah, that's a limited freedom of speech.
I mean, that's freedom of speech.
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
And if you're, whatever you believe in, whatever, all of the different Bibles and all of that always says basically one thing: don't judge everybody. So just do it.
Love
for an
one
eye.
another.
Yes, and that's with that you can do all of
That
that.
sounds too good to be true.
It is.
But when you know better, you're supposed to do better, or it's
Supposed
gonna,
to, that's the key word.
or you're going to suffer the consequences.
And most will.
You're going to
Yeah.
medium security prison, aka the workhouse.
So so with the screenwriting and I mean, you do so much. I just love you.
And that looks
I
like an
love
actual.
Oh.
That was an actual play too. It looks like the Thriller. The
So a Thriller Resurrection actually was for my church.
That's just
That's-
what's that called? Live action. What's that called?
Well,
Like looks like a live kind of action or.
yeah, it was a whole production. So this blessed my whole heart. So we're skipping way forward for a second, but
Oh,
it's
wait.
all good.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's all good. So with my health stuff that happened in 2020, I had COVID, like literally thought I was gonna die, but I refused to go to the hospital because I'm like, they gonna kill me.
You don't
I'm
wanna
not
be
coming
a-
home.
It's
I'm
gonna
not
get
a
worse.
statistic.
Yeah, I'm like, I am not going. I refuse. I will lay here in my room for 60 days, which I did because I would continue to be positive. And so that turned into long COVID. So all different things. So long story short, 2021 summer, all of a sudden, bam, I'm in Moberly visiting my mama for her birthday. And I lost my mobility. Went to the emergency room. They can't figure out
What is
Again?
going on?
what's going on. Like, could not. I was an excruciating. I'm screaming.
Oh my
The pain is so bad.
Oh.
So I lost my mobility from then until I started walking. I joined my church on the first day I went in November 5th of 2023.
Oh my God.
And at the Advancing Church here in St. Louis, Missouri, Pastor Ross on our Jordan. And so actually 2 days before that, I started my physical therapy with horses, equine therapy.
Oh, that's cool.
So literally on that Friday, I started equine therapy. On that Sunday, I went to the church on the first time. I'm like, this is it. I'm here. Like, this is for me. This is where I got to be. And so I came in on Walker. And I'll have to show you the video later.
Dr.
About, like,
Betty cured you with his hand.
No. But he prophesied over me. Pastor Jordan prophesied that I would have a full recovery and all these other things. And so it goes to me coming in on a walker. A couple weeks later, I came in on a cane. And by my graduation in January,
You were doing cartwheels.
I walked in.
All right.
I had a vision of me walking on my hands, but that old school gymnastic stuff. But yeah, I was walking. So that was literally a month later after this. And he shared with me how he had this vision for like over 4 years, and he just had it on his heart. There's a Thriller Resurrection. He's like, would you be willing to partner with me and, bring this to life? And so I did. I was like, absolutely. Like, there was no doubt. And so I just had the best time because this comes out of a place of, during the depression and all the things with my health, that I didn't think I was going to be able to ever again, not only to walk again, I lost my voice for over 4 months. So
Wow.
I couldn't even think about
your thrilled
girl
resurrection.
Okay. I could not even think about being creative. And so being able to just start walking, we did 2 shows that day, or 2 productions that day for services, and I danced. There were 2 dances in both services. So it was absolutely a dream come. That is by far now my favorite thing that I've ever done.
Of course. That's what they say about being delivered, baby.
Girl.
Because, ooh, Lord.
Yes. It's been such a journey. God has been good to me.
Man.
He has been good to me.
Oh, my God. Girl, you got me.
Hey, Casey, Dana. What's up, y'all?
So, yeah, I'm
What
sorry.
did Kevin
Okay.
say?
So, I got to ask you about, so the resume, right?
Yes.
What did you do on these shows?
Yeah, so a lot of these shows, I was a production assistant. So let me tell you about Family Feud. So they set it up. I don't know if either of you auditioned or we know people that have been on Family Feud, right?
It was in St. Louis?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's been a while ago. And so when I did it, I was actually getting to play Steve. So I had a room full of people, and they had the team. They had, their families, and I had it set up. I had to run the camera and record it because those were their auditions. And so I recorded them, and I gave them their questions, and I played Steve as the families were going battling it out. It was so much fun.
That was
so much.
Steve Gamble.
Steve Gamble on Family Feud.
Come on down.
And so Farmer Wants a Wife. Actually, I just did that a couple months ago, or barely.
It's not
and
farmers
a
only.
reality show.
As a reality show, I was a talent assistant. So basically, I babysat the girls and tried to keep the farmer away from the girls, so that there was no, off-camera things that were happening.
The cock blocker.
They loved me at first.
Yeah, they really did.
Yeah.
Put that thing away.
Like, okay, guys, we have to separate. Time to go night-night.
You were the nun.
Yeah.
So they didn't-
But then they end up loving me.
None
So
your business. You're the ruler.
Yeah, the nun who,
and then we're
the
in
space between you.
they're in a guest house, which there's 5 girls at this time. So like I couldn't watch all of them in where I was staying.
Yeah.
So once they woke up, I would have to
Basically
go
live
sit in
with them.
No, I did. I spent the night with them. Overnight. But like in the mornings, I would get up and I would sit in my car because then I could watch both doors where the girls are living, so they can't be sneaking off in the back and doing whatever.
You were so security.
Yeah. That's what the dad said. He's like, this is what do you call it? The
Chaperone.
but basically, like, what do you call it? The cops that just sit out there and watch, or
The junior, what are the...
basically like mall
Police
cop or something.
explorer.
Yeah, something.
mall cop.
Mall cop.
Like-
Security guard.
Yeah, that security guy. She's just sitting there.
I got a
playing
taser.
security.
I know how to use it.
That's
Right,
so
I'll tackle
security.
you. But my favorite part of that whole thing was their dog. I fell in love with their dog.
Oh, what kind of dog was it?
He was a chocolate lab.
Oh, I love those.
Yes. But yeah, most of when Nellie's episode of the Restaurant Recovery, that was a blast. We redid Crown Candy.
Yeah.
That was
I saw it.
Loved that. That was super cool.
It was
Super cool.
that was a good show.
Yeah, and then the Bush family, they changed the name because I was trying to find the picture. It was when I did it at that time. It was called Red, White, and Bush, but they changed the name. So that was a fun one too.
Now both of these shows I watched, right?
Girl, did you?
Oh yeah, I watched both.
Oh
of them.
my goodness!
I watched both of those.
People don't understand, and so this is during COVID.
Is that a documentary, The Bush Family?
Oh, that was
No,
I'm
a
talking reality
about
show.
Twisted,
The Twisted Sisters and the
Twisted
Twisted Love.
I watched
My
both of those.
gosh! So being during pandemic, you have a skeleton crew. On
sure.
the Twisted Sisters one, it was literally the camera guy and me. And so, and then the mom that we were interviewing. And so we literally had to set up, do everything. And then through the computer, the producers and everything are watching and leading and giving instructions. And then so it was my job to go through the pictures with the mom. It was so intimately like integrated. It was crazy.
Hands-on, literally.
Absolutely. And then consoling her and praying with her. Like,
and that's where all your talents do come in handy, because if you got to do a little bit of everything too.
That's when all the faith and everything comes in.
Yeah,
exactly. Even on Farmer's Got a Wife, the day I met them, I had to actually drive to Cape Girardeau and meet them. The girl, like 20 minutes after I met her, one of the girls was like, "Can you please pray with me?" And I was like, "Yes."
We have a winner.
I loved it.
That's what I do.
Someone.
Yeah, because
You
you
can
know
reach one.
that's also like the Hollywood Prayer Network. That's what we do, and I'm like, we're on a reality show. I get to pray with the cast. Like, this is my jam. Like, I just
Twisted
loved
Sisters and Twisted Love was
was
good.
crazy.
They were good. They were so it's it's ID shows.
As long as
Yeah.
you don't have any episodes with TD Jakes.
Not yet. Not yet.
Never know what the future holds.
You
buddy.
never know. All of
Live.
us have a story.
Every prison needs a minister.
We just have to remember, faith or not, we are all.
I was just about to
men.
say, we're all human.
Faith or not, the donation bucket's always open. All right, next question.
Next
My
topic.
donation
Chapter
bucket
3.
is always open too.
You can go to my Cash App. Skip, hey sis.
Send donations.
Yes.
I have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal.
yes.
Drop it off in my hand.
And I prefer you send it to PayPal.
Yes, PayPal.
I
Cash
cannot
App is
confirm or deny if I got one of them loans from Cash App and didn't pay it back. Don't tell them.
Yeah, so there you go. Okay, let's see. And then what about are we on order? We going in order here?
No,
So you-
just whatever.
I was just bouncing around and asking
So
questions.
yeah, and then the youth. So yeah, you work a lot with the youth too. It looks like. So you like you're saying, you share with others, and it's they have a whole workshop for the kids too.
I love
like.
kids. I love kids, and I love being able to share. I think one of the biggest drives for me is, like, I was a kid in a little small town, thinking I could never get, to do what I was doing, even though it's not.
Less resources out
Exactly,
there. So
right?
That's why you had to work twice as hard as someone in a major
and
city.
less advancement for who she is.
Yeah.
You're in a small white town. The little black girl don't get the opportunities that the little white girls get.
But I was because I was favored.
Oh, that was good.
I was favored.
That was good then.
Yeah. I will say that.
Amen.
God is good.
Yes. That is good.
And then, even being here and having the kids in the city, you want to give kids the opportunity not just to like have this dream, but to experience it.
Yes.
And that's what I
To do the
love
work
to
for the
do.
dream.
Yeah,
Like
anybody can talk
here's
about it.
where my dream was when I was a kid. I was your age. I had this dream, and guess what? Look what I've been able to do, and
Guess
this is
what?
how I've done it. And you can do it too. And then this is like even been a bigger thing before we even got our film tax credits back in St. Louis. It was always my heart. Why do we have so many talented people leaving the city because there aren't any opportunities?
Yeah.
Because we don't have tax credits, and they think that you have to go to LA. They think you have to go to Black Hollywood, to Atlanta, or all these New York, or all these different places. But there's a shift happening.
Because with the market being like it is now, and anybody can do what they do from anywhere, it has changed. At one point in
The market's flooded. I mean, it's
and
flooded.
and at one point we did have to leave.
Oh yeah.
It is not that way anymore. With things like instant gratification internet and different things like that, you don't have to leave your hometown to do things anymore.
It makes it easier, but it also makes it harder, right? It's
'Cause
easier
more
for you
people.
to create content, but then there's so much, like you
Is it going
kinda
to
get
get-
lost in the shuffle.
Exactly.
It used to take talent back, and you had to be discovered, right? But now you basically discover yourself, put yourself out there.
Yep.
And then
Don't
if
wait for
somebody-
anybody, just do
And-
it.
And then if somebody comes across it that really, really does it, then.
But I think the beautiful thing about the pandemic, the positives,
Oh,
because
entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Lord, there's been so many negatives, but there are and were so many positives.
And no one wants to work real jobs anymore. Have you
You
noticed?
know?
And I
And
mean,
so-
The customer
sorry,
service goes down.
sorry,
Yeah.
people.
Oh,
People have to
man.
understand. People want to make
Yeah.
their own
Yeah.
now.
It
That
makes sense,
we saw we could.
so. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I changed my whole
and a lot
life
of
after
businesses
COVID.
failed too, though, because they
Yeah.
rushed into it and they didn't have. But us, on the other hand, we've been trying to get these grants and everything.
Okay.
Too. And then they
give
on
them to the fake
They
people.
give it to the people with fake companies and million-dollar
Yeah.
companies. But we're trying to expand our radio station.
I know.
Legitimately.
Yep,
I
they're
have all
filling
my-
out.
my City of St. Louis.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a real legit radio station,
Right.
and we're trying to improve the community.
Yeah.
But then we get denied for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
grants are hard.
Grants are.
Yeah, I know.
And
but-
it's really, I'm telling you, if you don't know what they want you to say,
Mm-hmm.
and if you don't know
It has to
somebody
be specific wording. It has to
to
be
do that,
yeah.
and then a lot of this is who you know. It's
It is.
really who you know.
And who writes your grant?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Well,
as
it's
well.
the city of St. Louis. It was like $7 million they were just giving out, and I even talked to the lady in the office up there.
Have you tried through RAC also? Regional Arts Commission?
Oh yeah.
That was
And
the
they don't
first
have it.
one.
They had one. I think they said there was one in October. I think, but it was. I mean, you just got to catch them. They don't
Yeah.
have them all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on their mailing list.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's if something pops up. I mean, but
Yeah. Well, so
So-
one positive being virtual, that's what I was going to share, is at the beginning of last year. Wait, what year is this?
It's 2024.
Girl, it was this year. I was finishing up. I got blessed to be able to join Motion Picture Industry Institute,
Okay.
professional screenwriting cohort
Really?
internship.
That is
That
big.
was amazing. And they still send me stuff. I just that was like after I had started working for my church and doing all kind of other things. So I didn't get to be
Fully
fully
engulfed, yeah.
immersed in it, but I did finish that, which was absolutely incredible.
That is
so
awesome.
it's it's those kind of experiences. Even things like we're virtually on Facebook and on YouTube right
Yeah,
now. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that even just amplified all
mean,
the virtual options.
And your people are really able to go after their dreams.
yes.
I'm strictly an I-9er. I was in information security.
Okay.
And I worked from home in the house and everything. I went and got my teacher certification.
Okay.
So I get out the house. And
Yeah.
after homeschooling my kids for 2 years, I loved it so much.
Oh, that's
Even though I'm
awesome. That's
working,
the opposite of what
and
most people say. Can I-
It was it changed everything. Like I've been in the schools for almost 3 years now.
I love it.
Because of seeing how much fun I had teaching my own kids.
Yeah.
That's why I went into teaching, but I'm still an I-9er. I don't.
Yeah.
Everything I do is I-9. All of my business, all of that, I don't really want to work from anyone. And COVID did that too.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we making it. We're making it. We're striving.
Right.
I want to do everything on my own, and I think that
And that's
in
all
this
right.
business, in this time, this is the best time to do that.
Oh yeah.
It's the best time for anybody if they're really gonna work.
Mhm.
I'm not saying quit your job and then sit down
Right.
and hope on something.
Yeah.
But okay, so when I first met you, I brought up because I was reading this page.
Yes.
Your Annie Malone, your Annie Malone PSA
Here,
and
honey, here
the
is one of
film,
those.
and I mean this really because I'm a big history buff, right?
Yes. Oh.
So I'm a big nerd. So
I love it.
I've been arguing with, and my mother was a Black Panther from here
Okay.
too. So, but I've been arguing with people all my life about Annie Malone.
Yes, honey.
Being a millionaire.
Yes, the
before
first.
the first black
the
millionaire.
first black woman millionaire in Missouri, Annie Malone.
Annie
Check
Malone.
the records.
Because they always say Madam C.J. Walker.
Yes, that is not true.
But I knew this. So
Or Sarah Bledlove.
Yeah.
Bledlove.
Yeah. So when I seen your film and everything, right? Of course, I sent it to everybody, right? I sent it to you were my saving grace, honey. I love you.
Okay.
Because everybody thought, because that's what people have said, that it was Madam C.J. Walker,
Yeah.
but Annie Malone was the first. She was the first with the hair care
Yes.
company and the first.
She taught
millionaire.
her.
She taught her. She worked for her, right?
And you know one? I think I might have on the back of those cards. Annie Malone, before Mary Kay even was thought of, Annie Malone was giving diamonds away to her people back in that early times. She was buying homes, buying up the blocks. She was like loaning money to other black families.
She used to own all of. If everybody here in St. Louis knows where Annie Malone is, she used to own that whole. It was like a square almost. She used to own all of that. Where the school was the only land that she didn't own because she didn't buy it from the school. But she owned all of that over there. People just don't know. Everybody doesn't have that history, and that's why I want to thank you for your movie and everything, because it showed the history to people who didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like my kids had no idea who they just were going to the Annie Malone parade.
Yeah.
Most people in St. Louis just go to the parade and never know.
Who is it? His name is totally like leaving me. Oh, Lord help me.
Grover Cleveland.
Yeah.
You're an ass.
Early black man artist, like real flamboyant, like from here.
Du Bois?
What type
William
of
Du
artist?
Bois?
Like I don't know if it was soul, hip hop.
Okay, so we had
Skinny.
Ike
Good
Turner.
hair.
We had Ike Turner. We had you talking about Chuck Berry?
Chuck Berry, thank you. Chuck Berry
Chuck.
also went to school at the Annie Malone Hair School. Like, people were coming all over the world to come and learn how to do hair from her, and then she sent them out all over the world.
Yeah,
Crazy, right?
man,
Yeah.
man. Please,
Yep.
please, y'all learn your history.
Yes, it's amazing.
Learn your history, because we have, especially in art and entertainment, St. Louis, as small as we are,
Yeah.
we are the biggest and best in multiple entertainments. You know, Ike Turner made the first rock and roll record. Boom. People forget that because of him and Tina. But truth of the matter, he started rock and roll music. Of course, Red Fox. Come on now.
Comedy. I mean, yeah, we've got it all. Then we've got Cash App, Enterprise. What's that?
We started
Enterprise Rent-A-Car
businesses. We
Jack.
started.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of
We-
billionaires. I mean,
St. Louis, we do this.
Dave Stewart,
Oh,
come on.
Jack Dorsey. Dave
should
Stewart,
we
the baseball player?
say
Who?
the king
Dave
of
Stewart?
No, Dave
No.
Stewart, the
the?
richest black man in America.
In America.
Worldwide technology.
He owns worldwide
okay,
technology.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
What was I finna say? It just
Also
went
a
straight through
baseball
my head.
Oh, yeah?
It's another end. Yeah.
He played a lot.
What was?
I mean, the Blues Museum. Like, there's just
It's
a rich
everything.
history.
We have a rich history.
Maya Angelou.
Enough said. Enough said.
Yeah.
Enough said. Maya Angelou. That woman could talk. I mean, I would listen to her just speak the phone. You know, she just. I mean, when she talked, you
Letter
just
A.
wanted to hear.
Right.
Hey.
Triple A.
Telephone number 314.
Right.
The phone book. The phone book's this big now.
Right.
They have one?
Kids probably don't even know what a phone
They
book
don't.
is.
Or a payphone, and I want to kill my kids every time they say it.
But, like,
Right.
the biggest use of a phone book when you were a kid, tell me.
Just
Sitting
sit
on
on
the
it.
Car seat.
Just sit on it. It was our
When you
booster
steal
seat.
mom's car.
It was my booster seat.
At the kitchen table.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And I always tried to rip it in half. Never can be done.
Hulk Hogan could do it.
Yeah, I seen him do it. Now, it may have been cut a little bit at the top.
Yeah, probably a lot of it. It's cut halfway through.
Right.
That's another thing. Wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling or wrestling?
Wrestling. Whatever you call it. It was at the Kill.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yep.
It was huge here.
Yeah.
It was here. This was one of the middle
And then
of
they
the
found
territory.
out that it wasn't real.
If you went
What?
to them, you always knew it wasn't.
What are you talking about?
That was for the regular America. The people who went always knew it wasn't.
Yeah.
We knew. We just didn't tell y'all. We could tell
That's
them.
awesome.
I mean, if you get beat where you look like you dead and then 5 minutes later you back out there, we know it's fake.
Every
Right.
time when you go to 3 count. 1, 2. Oh, they're up every time.
Right. And then, like,
Magically,
you know,
turn around and pin the other guy.
they're supposed to be dead there, but they can jump their body. See, we always knew it was fake. I mean, it's just
and then do a backflip off the,
Like,
the
you can't
top
hold him down.
rope.
You got him on his back. You can't hold him down for 1 more second. Oh,
Right.
jump back up and flip you over.
It looks like they gave him shock.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how his body would look like he.
I'm up. Let me go.
Yeah.
Flip him over. And then the other guy would start kicking his butt.
Right.
Then
Switch
we
back
forgot
and forth.
something
Yeah.
major. I wonder. Okay, so let's say. Okay, trivia question.
I'm frustrated.
Which of the big talk shows
We're all
started
done.
here?
What?
Which of the big talk shows of the day?
Phil
when we had
Donahue.
the talk shows started here. You've named 2 and neither one is correct.
The Joyce Meyer show. I
Started
don't
right
know.
Joyce
downtown.
Meyer, yeah, there you go.
Right downtown at the channel. This gonna give it away.
Don't tell me.
Oh, Larry
This gonna
King.
give it away.
Not Jerry Springer. Well,
Y'all
like
missing-
how kind of
y'all
not
missing-
Oprah.
Montel.
What?
It's Yana named
Montel
everybody
Williams.
but this lady.
Hold on.
Phil Donahue's wife.
Is
Barbra
she local
Streisand.
here?
Barbra
Who was the
Streisand.
white lady with the blonde hair? Was
Sally
that her?
Jesse
Sally
Raphael.
Jesse
It
Raphael.
started right
I was
down
just gonna say
here
that.
What?
at Channel 5 on Market.
What?
So this-
Google it. My mother was at the first episode.
Oh,
she
that's
hanging out in the window?
awesome.
She it was here for maybe like 1 or 2 years.
Okay.
And all the moms that didn't work like my
Would
mom
go during like
would
their
go
lunch.
during the day while we were at school, and
That's
then
dope.
it became syndicated and she left. But it started right here in St. Louis.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
That's exciting.
Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yeah, she was good.
Oh yeah, we watched her till. I mean, my mother was sold.
Okay,
I mean, you go
she's
to the
like,
first
I know
episode.
her.
She's like, girl, we started that show.
Yeah. I saw her with the sign in the window.
We
Like-
started that, yeah. And like, you know how they film outside of the thing in the morning times?
Mhm.
They used to film and show women standing down Market to stand in line to get on the show at the beginning of the show. You know, we would
That's
know
cool.
that we're young, you guys, compared to the, people.
It's like we gotta pass these stories, this
St.
information.
Louis, we've always had a history in the arts and,
Yes.
power players and
Super
stuff.
creative.
Very creative. Very creative. I mean, you stay this close to a river, you're going to create something.
I gotta be close.
Hey.
Yes.
You know. John, you just too cool.
You
You just too cool. Too cool. Are you married?
No, I'm not married. I am very single and have been for my whole life.
All right. Holla at your girl, y'all. Y'all see her. She beautiful.
There's a hotline if they
Well,
need to-
look, what'd you say? There's a hotline.
The next episode, we'll do
I
a
do
dare-
not date. I'm waiting for my husband to.
Baby.
magically
The
appear.
dating pool here got pee in it. You shouldn't date.
Ooh, I
You
definitely will
shouldn't
not.
date. Our dating
They
pool
overdose at hot tubs.
filled
around
with
here.
pee.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
these I guess dating is not something people
That
really
doesn't
know
lead to a
about
husband?
anymore.
Do what?
Dating doesn't lead to a husband.
No.
It could.
I mean,
The
it's all
husband
according.
fairy's gonna drop one off.
It's all according to your
Yeah.
dating category.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
You're
I
too
could
classy.
not.
You don't go to Hooters for a date.
I don't go to Hooters for a date.
I don't go to Hooters at all.
I
Yeah,
shot
ever
part.
since
We
you
shot
used to
part of a
work
movie there.
Ever since you got fired,
They wouldn't have
Flashing
hired.
the clientele.
They wouldn't have hired me before I had kids because I had no Hooters. How about that? You know, man chest before I had babies. So they would. I swear to God. Look, I looked at a picture at my husband's family reunion.
Yeah.
First picture we took. I'm like, why did you even date me? I mean, I
What?
swear, I wore A cup until I gave birth.
Wow.
Until I got pregnant with my son, I was
Yeah.
in an A cup. So, dude, you didn't think I was a man? What did you
Don't do you?
do? I mean, seriously, they would not have
so
hired me.
why are cup sizes different than grades? Usually A is the best grade.
Right.
Oh,
It's backwards.
I guess because
A man created them.
Yeah.
I
Just
don't
like
know.
bras.
Breast, yeah,
Why,
that was God.
why do bras suck? Because a man created them. I mean, who knows?
I don't know.
Daniel Brazier.
I bought bras today
Really?
too, a set. I was at
Not just
$2,000.
No,
Was it
a-
$2,000?
They weren't, girl. Like, look, I went to Burlington, had
Well,
to get
you
a
know,
holiday shirt for the book signing
You
after
know,
this.
people don't understand our bras are expensive.
But
one. Yeah, the bra
listen.
showings after the
So-
show. We can't do it on YouTube.
So my medical massage therapist, which I highly,
Okay.
highly suggest,
And it's
y'all,
covered with your
a medical
insurance, right?
massage. Yes.
Okay.
Well, no. I get a grant through BJC to get that paid
Okay.
for. Yeah, but highly suggest it for anyone who's ever had an injury, surgery, illness, or what have you. Medical massage is completely different from regular massage that you go to like Massage Lux for.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
makes
learns
sense.
me.
So your body has myofascial tissue. She's so smart, and she teaches me like.
Okay,
every
I'm
time.
not mad. Myofascial.
You have myofascial tissue within your body, right? So think of it like cobwebs.
Okay.
So let's just take one of my kidney surgeries, right? And so with those incisions, and you know about scar tissue, right? So kind of similar, but the myofascial can grow and attach to organs. It can just spread out and do all these things. So you don't want it to restrict your movement or your body or to stay attached to your organs and stuff.
Yeah, so it
that's
doesn't-
why you do massage and work with your scar tissue, your scars, in different areas where you're having issues within your body, so you can break up that myofascial tissue.
Okay.
It's
So it tries to reconnect,
it's
basically.
painful. Let me say, it is pretty painful, but you drink a bunch of water and you get over it because it helps everything else.
Your body's trying
better.
to repair itself,
Exactly.
I guess, whatever, but it's not really a good repair. is
Yeah,
what
it's
you're
like,
saying. You don't want it to-
let me just connect over here. I'm gonna spread my cobwebs all over there, So,
not where it's
but yeah.
supposed to go.
So
It's
she taught me, or she was saying when I was there last week or the week before, and she was like, we were talking about my bra, and I think because the underwire was like poking me or
Yeah, I
something.
do that on
And she's like, you shouldn't be wearing bras with underwire. Why do people do this? And so she gave me a whole lecture.
Really?
And the bras, like literally, there was probably like one in my size at Burlington today, and it was wireless but supportive and full coverage. So I was like, okay, thank
need
you.
to find out
Like
about
that
that
was
wire.
right on time.
I need to find out about. I thought we were supposed to wear that.
No, like
See?
it-
See how-
it's things
Trying
like
to
that
fight
that,
gravity.
that they say can affect breast cancer or affect your breast health. Yeah.
Wire is not
Real
as
talk.
natural, I guess.
I'm scared.
After it's
Don't
Well,
be scared. Just
I mean,
educate
when you don't
yourself.
have- When okay, so I was in the Manchester. I could literally wear sports bras.
Yeah,
and
all day.
all day, every day. So I've literally my oldest son is 14.
Uh-huh.
So in his 14 years, I've literally had to learn about bras
Yeah.
and dudes
Yeah.
and all of this kind of stuff. because
Why my
before-
shoulders hurting? Why my back hurting? All the things.
You know what I'm saying? One is I breastfed for 3 years each for all three of them.
Uh-huh.
Jesus. And so one is smaller than the
She's
other
like, wait a
one.
minute,
You
did
know,
I
it's
just
just-
clap for being breastfed?
Yeah.
It's better than formula.
I am a pro breastfed mommy too.
I mean, you
I
know,
am all for it.
look.
I love it.
And they don't get sick. God
I enjoy
did that.
breastfeeding too.
God did
I'm
that.
sure you
Of course you did. I'm sure my husband did too. And his pockets were fat. 'Cause
I'm glad
my
to help out.
His during the whole breastfeeding feeding thing, my best friend had a baby at the same time. Right?
Okay.
She didn't breastfeed. So her baby daddy was telling my husband how much he's paid
For formula.
for formula.
That's $40 for a
I'm
little
telling you,
jug.
I would never.
And so my husband came home. He was like, "Do you know what that dude just told me?" I was like, "Well," he was like,
Shut the
"He
fuck
paid
up
for
and
a
listen."
can that big. He paid
Like,
40
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
at least that's a cheap
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
baby. You are the bomb.
Aw.
What you need? You need help with that? I'm
Yep.
like, boy,
Let
yeah.
me- let me
I'm
squid-
saying,
Yeah.
'cause, I'm like,
You
who
ever
wants to
milk the
get
cat,
up?
Walker?
I can't.
You take his little teeth.
If that is not one of my favorite movies, you are a fool. You are a fool.
I'm like, who wants to get up in the middle of the night and make a bottle? You have to get out of bed? No.
We had one of those.
Why would I do that?
And
Yeah.
I had that thing that you could
Bassinet?
just flip
Oh,
it
okay,
down
and
roll the
Yeah,
kid
yeah.
on over. I'd be like,
Yeah.
No, They got the pumps that milk for you. That's what we had. Those are nice.
Let me tell you
And
about
you just store
the
it
breast
in a-
pump, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
sit there and it
So
does
let me
its
tell you about that.
magic.
Milks you like a
medieval-
cow.
You're damn
That
right.
I was just that medieval thing is made by a man, and then it make a noise.
It's a soothing growl.
You feel
And
like
then
a vacuum.
If you're at work and have to go pump somewhere, or you're on,
Yeah.
it's like
Just bust it out real
I
quick.
can't even be quiet. I'm not
Look,
Excuse me,
incognito.
most
Like,
places don't even have a place
To go.
for us to pump.
Yeah.
With my first
That's why you go to
son-
Walmart and pump in the middle of the aisle.
Well, I mean, I could have,
Oh.
but with my first son, I was working. I had to go in the bathroom
yeah, that's
and pump. Now, by the
That's
second
not
child,
sanitary.
4
At
years
all.
later, yes, not sanitary. By the second child, 4 years later, everybody was booby, but it's sick. I worked for Blue Cross Blue Shield. When I was
a
pumping in
health
the bathroom.
care company.
Yeah, 4 years later, they gave us a room that had music and candles and all. But that was 4 years later. With my first baby at Blue Cross Blue Shield, health insurance company,
That's
I used to
crazy.
have to sit in the
What year was
bathroom.
that?
This was 2010.
In the 2000s.
2010.
Yeah, we got
you
to
would
get
come in
together.
the bathroom. People trying to use
Aw,
it, and you
thanks,
hear
Dana.
a girl in there like this.
Love you. Right. But it's like at that point, why did a supervisor or someone not let you
Use their office.
office?
And they knew. Because, you know, when you're breastfeeding, when you're finna go breastfeed, you
Yeah.
got big old bag with this.
You
You,
got
got,
your
the
ice,
machine.
your-
You got,
Yeah.
you know, they knew. But I would have to sit in the bathroom.
That is horrible.
Totally tarnished the whole
Yeah, experience.
experience. Like, if somebody pooping, oh
That's
my
what I was
God.
just about to
Oh my
say.
God. I went out for so many people. I was like, didn't you hear this machine?
That's how you get chocolate milk.
Oh,
Like, didn't you hear this machine, woman?
how dare you come in here and do that?
In my breastfeeding space.
I
I'm
was
trying to
there
keep
first.
my child alive. Like, oh my
Yeah,
Lord,
gas
I
mask
can't
that comes with
imagine.
that.
I'd be like, go use another bathroom.
Baby, I was going off. You
I
know,
bet.
I was
That
going
was
off.
before the
Going
family-
out in
family
between the
bathroom.
Yeah.
zing.
well, then
Plop,
they created
plop.
breastfeeding rooms. Yeah.
Now that's what they did. 4 years later, they had a breastfeeding room and all of that. Then a lot of places have them where you don't have to just pop your boob out
Yeah.
at the restaurant and
Yeah.
all of that
You know,
now.
all the people that get mad at Walmart are the old guys. Hey, put that boob away.
and their crack is out.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
bro.
100%.
I thought drugs weren't allowed.
100%.
Crack is always
and the
in
killer
Walmart.
part, the ones who are getting upset probably were breastfed.
You know what? It's probably true.
There was a
Probably
lady
listen.
in France that breastfed her son until he was 6.
Yeah, I've heard.
Now that may be a
Even Ice Cube's wife. Names are blessing my brain today, aren't they? What's her name?
I forgot her name.
But anyway, she breastfed their daughter for a long time.
Really? See, I after I just 3 was enough for me.
Mhm.
It was more for me than them.
At that point, yeah.
Because I mean, like my 9-year-old, he's still a weirdo. You know, like
But it does create a bond.
I
with your-
mean, we are me and my kids all have a great bond, and I appreciate that. Like he's never gonna not have a girlfriend with big boobs without big boobs.
Oh my! He
Because-
shares that.
He's 9, and he still wants to go to sleep holding my boob.
Oh
My
my
city,
Lord.
my music.
Yeah, we gotta pull the plug on
We
that
might
one.
need to talk to a play therapist.
Or you can get him. Or you can get him one of those rubber ones, one of those fake ones.
Hey, look, my cousin Thomas, don't talk about my little cousin. I mean, it's the truth though. He's.
Christmas is coming. Get him a fake.
I
one
can't
for
say it's
Christmas.
any craziness, and he's
Yeah.
not. But he remembers it the most
Okay.
because he was the last
Sure,
kid.
sure.
So he's gonna have a woman with big boobs. I just know. It. I just know it. Like if I'm walking past,
Yeah.
and I'm like grabbing my shirt or something, I don't have my shirt on or something. He'd be like, "Booby, boy."
Oh Lord!
Some kids you just don't need to breastfeed.
And you don't know until it's too
Bye.
late.
Exposure.
Buy some formula.
Or you can draw a scary face on it.
Oh my God, you're gonna send them to jail. I mean, you're gonna kill these kids. No, don't do that. Don't do that. But
Lord help.
You
Next
know,
question.
let's move on.
Moving on.
Let's move on. Okay. So with your keynote speaking, what are your lectures and your workshops normally about?
Oh.
Yeah, how do you get involved with those? Do they reach out to you, or do you? I guess you.
Yeah.
reach out to
So, like, that's something I'm trying to get back into post COVID stuff. You know,
so skinny.
girl. So a lot of those I was involved with those organizations.
So it was Orlando
so-
Family Foundation.
Yep. So
St. Louis.
that came through the Crisis Nursery.
So St. Louis
Because they were
Crisis
supportive
Nursery.
of them. Connections to Success is also Dress for Success.
Okay.
And so I was very involved in their program, and shout out to Kathy and Brad Lambert who
And
started it.
they're
And then
still giving clothes.
they
for-
still do clothes. They still are working the prisons. They help people like that are trying to get jobs, all that, you know, and community involvement. And then I was actually homeless while I was working at New Life Evangelistic Center.
Okay.
And they came and did a story about me.
Okay.
And then
They've helped a lot of
yeah. United Way, I'm trying to remember how they found out. I think they booked me for a couple events. But a lot of the speaking engagements I got was through St. Louis Crisis Nursery, Connections to Success, and then other people would see me speaking at those, and then they would, you know, contact me, reach out, and I would have other opportunities as well.
New Life Evangelical. They help so many people. And Connections to Success. My cousin, she was strung out for a long time. For a real long time. She got her life straight. But of course, with getting your life straight, you gotta get a job.
Yeah.
You gotta do some stuff. When I tell you this girl walked into the family house after they had gave her clothes and everything, and we didn't even know who the hell she was.
Oh!
She it's like those.
Do you know where she got?
clothes-
What year was this? You think?
This was, oh my God.
Because I was also over the boutiques for a while, and I love dressing the women. I have some old pictures on the page
Baby.
that the women would come in just in like some sweatpants, some random clothes, you know. And then I brought them in the boutique because would help them shop too. And then you dress them, and it's very intimate.
Yes.
You're straightening up shirts, you're putting on a blazer, you know, putting on a brooch, fixing their hair, tying a scarf,
fixing their hair.
doing
we
put the
almost called
boots on,
911.
a
We didn't
purse,
hear this
all the
before.
things.
It comes natural to you, but then maybe they don't know how to self-maintenance.
if
No,
they're-
no, because
with
I mean,
my
like I
cousin,
learned a
if
lot
you're
just working
living
there.
That lifestyle, you're trying to get high and
That's
stay
the least
alive
thing
every
on
day.
your
Yeah.
mind. The last thing.
The
on your
last
mind.
thing on your mind is what you have on and
Yeah.
different things like that, getting a job and everything.
Right.
When she came in the house, we almost called 911. We didn't know who the hell she was. Okay. Because they had, and whatever they did, she's still clean.
Oh, glory to God.
She got a job. She started doing what she was supposed to
Yeah.
do. Her self-esteem was
That's what I was
boosted.
gonna- so that is a big part of what you do, because it's more than just a suit. Suit is like to get you in the door,
It
and they're
was-
gonna keep
That's outside.
empowering
That's
you.
fit outside.
It was
Exactly,
a glow.
exactly.
It was a glow that she had.
Yeah.
She felt so good about herself, you know, twirling.
Yeah,
and-
yeah,
you know.
yes.
It meant so much.
Yeah.
So much. I think her son and gave money to him before. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because for his mama to be back in
Yeah.
that way, he done gave money and everything. To her.
Wow, I love that.
That
yeah.
is such a amazing. cause.
They gifted me a car before, like they had blessed my life, you know, and I was doing everything. I worked the program. I worked the programs. The professional women's group, I was part of that. I was chosen to be the community action project leader in 2009. And then we did a project for the girls, which we'll get to those later, Sisters Impacting Sisters. And so a bunch of young ladies we had come out to St. Charles for this big retreat. A bunch of women. I had like 30 women or something like that volunteering. A bunch of people donated, and it was just amazing. And then that got a international award, honorary award from Dress for Success Worldwide.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it was
That is
awesome.
awesome.
And then I got a grant the next year. I applied Athena grant. They granted me money so I could do another one.
Oh, that is so good. Let me
Yeah,
know if
it's
you're gonna do
amazing.
anybody. I'll bring my daughter. We need stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, for the next generation.
Yeah.
So, Hey. Okay, so let's talk about your books.
Yes.
There we go.
Let's talk about the books.
right, let's
I
talk
brought a
about your books.
couple in here, or all of them.
So you got 4 books, right?
Well, and a journal. So technically, I have 5. I've published, self-published 4, and then the anthology is the newest one, which is #1 international bestseller.
Oh, wow.
Hey, y'all see it?
Yeah, so I'm one of 23 women from St. Louis that are in this book. So Maxine Clark did our forward.
Maxine?
Yes, she's on the front there,
Oh
and
my
then it's
God.
also in the side. And then it was a dream baby of Dr. Marty K. Casey and Rebecca Now. Shout out to them and all of our ladies. It's 323. So they're at the Gateway to Dreams in the Mid-Rivers Mall having our book signing. So yeah, so all of us, all these women sharing their stories, their triumphs and hard times and all the things. So my chapter starts on 89.
Okay, that's what I was going to go
And it's
to.
called Hola Mi Amor.
Espanol.
See.
No, I got to read this.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm such a reader. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I know some other people on here.
So, not yet. Not
I
yet.
got studio in the back.
Okay, exactly. I need to record some chapters. Okay.
Let's be great.
Let's do it.
Woo!
Yes.
I
Yeah.
recorded my mom's book.
Oh.
Her audio book. Yeah.
That's awesome. I actually helped my friend Listen. Shout out to my girl Listen, my #1 supporter, my sister
Shout
friend.
out,
So
shout
I'm
out.
number 2 supporter. Fine, I'll take
Oh,
I'll be
woman
number 2.
supporter.
Okay, there you go.
And she's also, this is our first, we're co-authors in this book together. And
wanna look
she is actually bought more. This is her favorite gift to give people, my 107 Ways to Give when you think you have nothing to give. That was my very first book. And she gifts this to like everyone. She's bought more books of that
woman's
book
guide. This
than
is not a
anyone.
man's guide.
No,
man.
you gotta learn. You gotta
need to read it to
learn.
learn.
So you learn the woman by reading it.
Oh, okay. Learn not
So-
to marry the last one.
Oh. And sorry.
Where's the divorce chapter at here?
There are some divorce stories.
Man.
Yeah. So but yeah. So Listen and I are in that book together as well, and it's been an incredible journey just to
And this is the kids'
meet
book,
everyone.
right?
Yes, 2 children's books. So Are You Human? That book is actually like me and my son. So like when you talked about like what is the difference between like being Mexican American and African American, and so like my kids are very, very multicultural. And so my son, you know, he will depend on the time of the year what he looks like. He might be, but people are always like, "That's your kid?" Yes, that's my child. You know,
Yeah, they do
like
that with my daughter.
his daddy said he was
That
Puerto
baby
Rican.
don't look like me.
He ain't really Puerto Rican, y'all. Him lied. Yeah,
ain't telling the truth.
that was
Yeah.
Anywho, so you know that I wanted to. Race has always been a subject in our household.
It has to be.
My whole life, and my children especially. So my daughter, you know, she's very chocolate, and my son is not. And so,
Oh, yes. I gave birth
yeah.
to 3 colors of the black
Yeah.
experience. I gave birth to
That's
a
so awesome.
dark-skinned child,
yeah.
a caramel child, and a high yellow child.
Okay. Yeah.
Who does that?
A black woman.
All by the same man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Jesus.
Yeah.
There's no mailman
incredible.
involved.
I mean, but that's
The phone
that's
book
what we
delivery
are.
man.
We are everything.
Yeah.
It is people as fair-skinned as
What-
Justin that are black, as people as dark-skinned as Jaman Hansu.
Yeah. My little brother is. I mean, his mother is white, but like we used to say he's translucent. Like, he ain't white.
You see right through him.
Hi, Zach. I love you. I'll see you in a couple hours.
We didn't mean that, Zach. We playing.
My favorite color is clear.
And
Is
so
that a
it's
color?
literally,
Clear color?
yeah,
But it happens. I mean,
Opaque.
opaque.
it definitely happens.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, but it's like literally our family, and my mom was a foster parent for years
Okay.
of growing up. Like, and she worked multiple jobs, so I was taking care of the
Yeah, of
kids.
course.
So like
That's how
literally,
family works.
even our the ones that weren't adopted, that we are consider them siblings still. Like we literally, our whole family is. We have Lord, we have everybody.
The melting pot.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, that's what love should be. That's what yeah, most of the stuff that the founding fathers said was crap because they didn't really believe the things that they said. But to me, the ultimate thing is that we're a melting pot. Everybody, everything.
Not anymore. They're building the wall.
Oh, they've been building wall for how many
They're not
years?
building no wall.
Right.
They can build what they want to. If you want to come to America, you still gonna get in America.
Somehow.
Drones.
Some way.
You're still gonna get in America. I mean, but that's what we should be.
You can't shut everybody out forever.
Just checking our DNA. Justin, I swear to God, if you check your DNA, you probably got some African in you. I know white people who lived as white people who believed they were white people, and they had
what do you call that? You
18%
call it
African.
My grandma,
in them.
no, my grandma was a refugee.
Passing.
She was a refugee from Germany. So,
You never know.
yeah.
Honestly, especially being where we're from, with people from everywhere making children, and you never know.
Like I think it's me, not my daughter. It was like Baltic. What?
Baltic Sea.
Yeah, like
So
The
you know,
country of
like
Bulgaria.
2%.
I'm from Bulgaria.
that Baltic, that
like I
could
got
be
some weird stuff.
Italian.
Yeah,
that could
I have
be.
Italian. Oh, I have Greek too. I'm like, that's why I eat Greek salads all the time.
I thought you
That-
like
that-
the feta.
Hey,
You like the feta.
I love Greek yoga.
Hey, we got a
That's
restaurant.
8% Greek.
Hey, shout out Aries right down the street. You want to get some Greek after the show?
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it's really, that's real.
Yeah.
We're everything.
Yeah.
That was like on this. Do you see that South Park episode? Where, like in the future, everybody's gray. It's like everybody's one color.
My mother
gray.
been said that when okay, so I lived in Kinloch, Missouri, right?
Okay.
So-
Shout out Kinloch.
Shout out. So when we were growing up before crack, the only
Not during crack.
not doing crack because crack killed Kinloch.
Yeah.
The only white people that we saw were the white women who had black babies that lived down there with their baby daddies, right? That was the only white people we saw. And so we had a conversation with my mother, my mother was in the first generation of people being bussed out of Kinloch.
Okay.
So
Okay.
She had
She had a whole
hatred for
different
white people that nobody ever could imagine. But you know, when you're called nigga every day,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But she told us, in a perfect world, everyone in America will end up multiracial.
And that's a lot of fear behind. That's a lot of actions have been taken because of the fear behind it.
And I mean, that's what most of the action. That's what drug laws are because of. That's what the can't marry a black man and a white woman and all of those laws. That's what those were to stop. Because nobody's stupid.
Yeah.
You mix all of these cultures and all of these people from different things, baby, they gonna mix. They gonna have kids. Because love isn't a race.
Yeah.
And then different wars and stuff bring different people here.
Yes.
A lot of the Bosnian population.
We have the number 2 in the world.
You know, Christine
On
too.
the south side.
Christine, I forgot her last name. I think she just moved to Atlanta. She was
My
from
city, my
the Rwanda.
music,
She was a
Oh,
Rwanda.
yeah.
Christine, she's been here a couple times. I forgot her last name.
Well, it was Williams.
Yeah,
It was
Christine
Marie
Williams.
Marie
She
Christine
wrote
Williams.
Into the Dark. She had a book too.
Yeah.
She was a Rwanda survivor too. They're just going through I mean, I don't
Yeah.
want to describe it, but
Yeah.
from what the story, she's luckily, she survived with her life.
Yeah.
Running through just
The jungle.
half naked, just getting bleep out
Yeah.
of there. I mean, just gotta go. Just literally with the shirt on her back.
Yeah.
I think both of her parents got killed. I think. And
Her family. Yeah.
That's just a
my
survival story. And then that's what the guy was talking about too in the Congo too. They had the wars over there.
Oh yeah, the Congo.
Always at war.
I know a gentleman who owns a restaurant in there, and his people is from the Congo. His brother was one of the the child that they put with the guns and had him shooting.
No.
His brother was one.
Oh my God.
And the people from the Congo, I think they come over. A lot of the people in the Congo are the refugees from the last war, and then
Yeah.
people in the Congo, they don't want them because they're different or
Right,
whatever.
right.
And then they're fighting, and then you got to move on.
Yeah.
I mean, some people I can't imagine just moving from place to place. It's literally not safe for you to live in your
Anywhere.
own home.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't, your home is supposed to be your sanctuary,
And it
right? Only
happens
place
over
you
And
feel
they will
safe.
come. They came in, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was
It
tragic.
happens over and over, all according to, that's what happened with the Jews.
Yeah.
It's what happened in Congo. It constantly happens. The have and have-nots.
Fighting for power.
And India is really bad too with
Oh,
the
yeah,
wealth.
India-
India's really
India-
like
India definitely. That's why they move all. I mean,
They
if
don't
you
allow
go to
homeless
Maryland
people.
Heights, baby, it's
Oh yeah.
Maryland
Yeah.
Heights is all Indian now. And that's what one of my friends, she told us. She was like, all of our family had to move. Everybody had to leave because of persecution from this and persecution
Yeah.
from this.
and there's
this and
you're either rich or you're not acceptable.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. And
if
They don't
you-
have like a middle
that.
class.
And if you stay,
If you're not in this group,
when
we
they
don't
tell
want
you to
here.
leave,
No, trash.
you will die.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
crazy.
just how much we complain about America, but
Yeah.
it's like how
I'd
many
rather be here.
countries. How many countries are worse off though?
My
Yeah.
mama didn't like it when I said it, but I'm glad the slave owners took my good people. I'm glad.
Well, let's be glad that we're on this end of it.
I'm saying
right?
I'm glad they took me from
that I'm
from
on
there,
this generation. Yeah.
I'm glad that it's generations later.
Yeah.
But you cannot be mad at where we ended. Yeah.
We have places to long way to go, but still
but we're still
where we are now. Yeah, absolutely.
a lot further off. My great grandfather was the first generation of free black people. And he liked where he was. He took us to vote all the time.
Awesome.
He that's why I'm so big on that and everything. But he would have told you that he glad that he ended here
Yeah.
than anywhere else in America, in the world.
The world.
He said it all the time. So, hey, America, the beautiful.
Yeah.
And okay, so this is okay. Okay. You said that they're at a book signing right now.
Yeah, so when I leave here, I'm actually going to the book signing at the Mid Rivers Mall at Gateway to Dreams.
Okay.
So I don't know how many, maybe 10 of the authors of the 23 might be there today.
And they're all from St. Louis.
All from St. Louis. Yep. And that's most of them in that top picture. So, a diverse group of women. That was a very intentional
Very diverse.
part of the process for sure. And then women that, had influence, had stories, are making a difference. And there were a lot of, key reasons why they chose who participated. So this is my first anthology. So it's a different experience than that of self-publishing. And let's just be real, we don't get to choose. You don't choose as a group. You get told how much the book is going to cost. At the book signings versus they said you could decide on your own, which I set a price, which is different than what is at the book signings. So it's neither here nor there.
But you're self-publishing, so you cut out a lot of the cost, right? There?
When I self-publish my books,
Okay.
but this is actually published where.
So you can't
Oh,
really.
So
that
it's
was
not
their
really. I own my
Content?
chapter
Okay.
and my content, everything that I put, and I can sell it,
they
do whatever,
own theirs.
promote it. But like that's why I say all my stuff says order your author direct book, because if you order online, Amazon or something, I don't
They're gonna
get
take their
any
cut.
parts of it.
None at all? Not even-
Nothing.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So that's why I'm very intentional. I don't know. I haven't been as voice it
Donate
enough.
today.
Yeah, buy today from me.
From her.
Yeah. So I mean, like
Factory
literally,
direct.
that's a big point. Like there's no share in the online profits. So I order at their price, which is higher than any of self-published books I've published at price. So I'm paying more for these books than I did for my own. And then I'm getting less
money
from
back,
it. You know what I mean? So it's a learning experience. And I'm grateful to be a part of it for sure. And I learned a ton going this way versus how I've self-published in the past. So yeah, I'm just grateful because I really I was intentional about what to put in this book.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I don't want it to be, I you write this chapter, it lives in this book, and it dies in this book.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted it to have life after that, and that's really why I started the blog, Hola Mi Amor, and that's, if you read it carefully and you look at the names of my other books, there is a piece of that in my chapter that I bring together all at one time.
What is a blog, like a digital book, or what is a blog?
Blog, just I go on there and write what I'm feeling, or
like a journal or something?
Yeah, basically online.
Okay.
Yeah, and so like I'll repost this on my blog, and
Like a summary
after we finish it,
like a
summary, and then I'll put the video there too, and people can click on it. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So my Hola Mi Amor is about all things love. So my love journey, love, God is love, all the things love, everything love. So, and then like if I interviewed you or you guys were doing some event, I would, like, how does this impact you, or like, why do you love doing this? I would somehow bring it all together.
Yeah.
If or
When
you interview us.
when yeah.
That's awesome.
So
I want to know, I guess, you got so much going on, I guess,
Yeah.
what would be like your main thing that you like, and how do you get your motivation? I guess there's a lot of stuff that I want to do,
Yeah.
right, but I don't want to talk about it until
Yep.
I can actually make it happen. I'm a doer, not a talker, but it's like, I want to do more, maybe more movies, or I mean, I have a ton of like song lyrics and stuff. I want to do more recording and everything, but it's just like, how do you get the want to the do to the final product?
Yeah, and it's
What's
really
what's
just
your main motivation, I guess?
so. My motivation's different now. I will tell you that has changed significantly.
Okay.
So in the past, where especially like when I was producing all that content, it was just like, I want to get content out there because I needed something to stick to the wall. Like, I need one of these things to go. You know what I mean?
You got to
Put out.
release.
Yeah. So it was constantly like putting out.
You just had to do it, I
Exactly.
guess. You felt it, and you like, now or
Exactly.
never,
And I've never been the person to wait on someone else.
No, you can't.
So like we did project, like I invested so much of my time, money, sweat, blood, tears, prayers, all of the things into projects we did, because
You have to.
90% of the time there was an investor,
Yes.
or more than 90%.
You were the
we were the
investor.
investors.
Yeah, same here,
And
right,
so
I know.
like whether that's my whole check, you know what I mean? Like you're making sacrifices for your family because of your dream, trying to make that come to life and everything.
Yeah.
And so we would just do it. Like that's what made me a good producer, is because even without the funding, we could make the things happen that need to happen. We would call our resources, hey, just like, can we shoot at your place? Like, can we use your
Trade,
car
bargain.
for this scene? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you
we
build
use
all
the
those
barter
skills.
system
Exactly. Barter.
In the
Exactly.
creative
You've
space.
got to, especially when you don't have the funding. So really, it was throwing a lot of stuff at the wall there, for over 10 years almost. And now it's okay, like I'm being more intentional. Like really, like more like literally, like God show me what to do, because I almost died a few times in this time period. Like, I know I'm here for a purpose.
Yes.
I know I'm here for a
Amen.
reason. I know you've gifted me these talents and abilities for your purpose and for, the greater good of people. So I don't have time to waste anymore.
Yeah.
And that's really what's been the shift, is like, I don't want to go where you're not.
Yeah.
And so that's even this book. Let's be real. Since this is my first time talking about it, I had a big issue and really had to pray about, am I even going to be involved with the book,
Really?
because of the title. Because I'm like, it's not in my power. It's not in my wisdom. It's only by the grace of God that I'm still alive.
But he's channeling through you, though, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. And so, and I really had to, like, I'm like, but you know what I mean? Like, it just kept, like,
Especially we're taught, with church and different things like that everything is with his power, with his wisdom.
and I didn't know what these other women were going to write. That was another part of it. I'm like, I got to
And
trust.
yeah.
I gotta trust or they're like, I'm a woman, like
That's that
I
leap
have
of
all the
faith.
power.
That's
I'm
leap
doing
of faith.
you know what I
No,
mean?
that's
So
that
I
leap of
really
faith.
had to, like, okay, God, like I trust you, and I trust you with what I'm gonna write. And I know that you have bigger plans than just throwing words in this book and one person reading it and changing their life, or like impacting a person. Like, I know you have purpose behind what I'm doing here. So that's really like the production I did with my church, the Thriller Resurrection. Like, that blessed my whole self on so many levels, just being able to be creative again. And like, I love producing. I love writing, and so I'm just really trying to be mindful, intentional, prayerful about what it is in this season I'm supposed to do. And what's kind of been a difficult reality is that in this season, I thought all my healing stuff was I'm done with that. Like, I did that for almost 5 years. And I'm also in this season having to go back and do a lot of therapies and stuff. And so I had to be okay with that and know that I'm continuing. Exactly. I'm continuing to become my best, strongest self in this season, and continuing, it's going to help others because I can share with others and my story going through these things. Because, that others that are there. Yeah. And afterwards.
Okay. So, okay. And that is, you're going to be all right.
I know.
God
I am.
got you good.
Amen.
And them therapies ain't doing nothing but working you out, making you better, making you better.
Baby girl, let's talk about, let's just go here real quick.
Let's do it.
Let's go here real quick. Because when I tell you, like, they diagnosed me, like, severely depressed. During this whole situation with my health.
And that would make you that.
Baby, like, that was an understatement. And so in trying to help me to get well, my mental well-being to a positive state, like, I had a psychiatrist that put me on a medication. And here's where, like, I had a lot of doctor trauma during this period of time too.
That medication.
Well,
is
yeah,
because
they didn't know. You were
testing
undiagnosed.
Undiagnosed. My primary doctor didn't believe in COVID, so all my symptoms, I'm like, I have a laundry list of all these symptoms.
I don't believe it either. It's like a leprechaun.
He didn't have to tell me he didn't believe it. That was like those reels. Tell me you didn't believe it without telling me you didn't believe in it.
Yeah.
Because bro did not believe it, and thank you, Lord, I got out of there.
As I don't believe most people that died during that time that they said died of COVID, died of COVID, but I do believe it was a real thing and everything.
Because of
but they were unsure of what it was, so they just call it COVID.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my cousin had diabetes, she had cancer, she had heart disease, she had this, and when she died, they said COVID.
Yeah.
It could have been one of the other 5
that triggered because you were already
and
high.
And pmonia, I think that was one of the
So she puts me on this medicine, and the first month I come back, I'm like, I gained 10 pounds in a month.
Adding to your depression.
Was that one of the side effects?
Yeah, she's like, oh, that you'll be fine. It's part of the side effects. I said, I'm gonna need you to like pay attention and listen to me about this. The next month,
you gained 10 more.
I gained 10 more pounds. I gained 10 more pounds the next month. I said, I cannot take this, and I know I can't take myself off of it.
Your depression is going up 10 scores every time you gain 10 pounds.
I gained 50 pounds before I got someone to change my medication.
Yeah, it's not normal. Yeah, that's right.
And I'm still working to get that off. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like
the medical profession uses us for guinea pigs. Okay.
Well, I won't say no to that, and I'll add, they get kickbacks from subscribing certain medications.
That's why everybody ended up addicted to pain medicines.
Yeah, the opioids.
That's why. That's why I don't take anything. But when I was going through my depression, my father died, so I went through major depression.
Sorry.
They had me on so many different medicines. I was like
a zombie,
fucking zombie.
I can't imagine.
My friends, you know how I am. My friends like, bitch, what's wrong with you? Bitch, you ain't laughed in days. You ain't did this. You ain't this.
You were
numb. I was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Can't put
know.
a finger on it.
They they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
You know.
And you can tell by people's reactions, I guess, or their spirit. Like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Right. No, you're not.
It doesn't
No, you're
seem-
not.
You can say it,
Yeah.
but your face says otherwise.
And I mean,
Exactly.
my friends who basically helped me with that, saved my life. Like, bitch, you're not taking that shit no more. Went, dumped it down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Yeah.
No, this is not for everybody. It's the same as with the ADHD.
But
But everybody in the 90s.
And although I love that they support you and saw that, it's also dangerous to come right cold turkey off a lot of drugs
Well, you know,
or
we ain't
medications.
know.
You know what I
We ain't
mean? I know, yeah.
We
But
ain't
like I've suffered the side effects of that. Even like one of the medications I still have to take that like helps with my pain and fibromyalgia, all the things that came after having COVID, all the long COVID stuff. If I don't get that medication, if I skip one day on because I forgot it, I might be all right, but I'm gonna feel some kind of way. If I don't have it the day after, like I'm automatically, I'm
Especially
going.
with
It's triggering my migraines. It's I'm nauseous. My GI is all messed up. Like all these different. My body's hurting like crazy. You know what I mean? So it's like.
Your body adapted to the medicine.
Well, no, with
it's
fibromyalgia,
masking. It's masking really
And with
what
fibromyalgia,
what I am feeling.
you have pain.
The temporary fix. Yeah.
And
so
with
when you don't have it, it's like
with
Then you
fibromyalgia, you
figure out-
need
they
that.
don't want a permanent. Hospitals do not want permanent fixes.
it's like you
I'm
can't
gonna
get to
put
the
a Band-Aid
root.
on it. See you next week.
With the disease that she just said, fibromyalgia, they just named it in the 2000s, right? My mother had it, but my mother had it, and before they named it, before they knew what it was. So literally, they would send my mama to psychiatrists. They told my mother she was going crazy. They had her thinking she was
Yeah.
going crazy, that
That's
she
the
wasn't in
worst
this
part.
pain.
Put some
She
That's
tussin-
the
wasn't.
worst
Put some
part.
tussin on
Then
it.
they named it, and then they were, oh, Miss, we got you now. We're so sorry. We're so sorry. But they had my mama think she was crazy
Yeah, I can imagine.
before they named it, because it's a nervous where your body, aches in different places.
Yep.
And they would run tests and run tests and run tests.
And then
run
they
tests
don't come
and
out.
not find anything.
Yeah.
So that she has to be lying.
Yeah.
She has to be crazy.
You're making it up. You're
has to
chasing
be.
drugs, aren't you? You want some drugs?
Uh-huh.
You need some pain medicine?
A woman who didn't take no drugs.
Girl, it is not. It is not cool.
Once they name it, then she wasn't crazy, But before they named it, they were sending my mama to psychiatrists,
Yeah.
psychologists,
That's
and
what
therapists.
my primary doctor said. He wasn't going to treat any of my symptoms that I had. He said, "Here, take this depression medicine." I'm like, "You're really literally causing me PTSD because you're completely ignoring me. I came in here in a wheelchair that I had to drive and put in my car myself, put the wheelchair in the back,
How you doing
get
all
it
that?
out myself, come in here, and I couldn't get in the door. Someone had to help me, and then you're telling me that I'm not really, none of this is going on. This is real. I'm just crazy.
You just imagined it.
Yeah.
It's the Matrix.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, that's what they used to tell
Man.
women
It's,
and men.
It's so sad. It's so sad.
It's a crazy thing. I hope they, get everything. But I just want to let you know you're gonna be good.
Yes,
You're gonna be
thank
good.
you.
God don't bring us this far
Yes.
to leave us now.
To go through all that.
It's all a reason.
Yeah,
It's a reason.
absolutely.
It makes everything that you've been through. Your books are gonna be better. Your movies are
I'm
gonna be
telling
better.
you.
Your everything, because when you have a story,
Yeah.
it's easy to tell other stories.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I definitely, feel that you
I'm just
finna
trying
do
to
that.
find some motivation.
You got motivation. You got all of us to motivate you, because
I need it.
you building dreams, dog, for real.
Like you're impacting so many people because of this platform. So you're giving people hope, and their dreams are coming
Their
true
dreams are
by
coming
coming on this
through
podcast
through your
during their
ass.
podcast. Then they're interviewing other people it's their dream to be interviewed. You know what I mean? Like, and to share their story
I'll
or
stop.
share
You're
their
making me
product.
blush. I'll
But
stop.
really,
I tell you
but
that all the
honestly,
time.
And then how many people are watching, and how many people does that in? It lives online. So how many people are impacted by that through the years? Like that's real. You're
Dog,
really
you
blessing
changed
a lot
my
of
life.
people. They talk about
Totally.
the ripple effect. You throw a rock in there, you see it ripple across the water. Like you're literally
You're the
the
rock.
ripple is just going, and you may not ever hear from those people or see it, but know that you're really impacting a lot of people.
You definitely are. You
Don't
changed
give
my
up.
life.
Oh, I appreciate
You
it.
changed my life,
I'm just
and that's why I got
trying
your
to do
back
more.
forever.
Yeah.
That's why I had to have you on, because I mean I've just seen how much you've grown since last time you were here, and it's just, I mean, that's, I want to be like you. I want a nice slideshow presentation.
I mean, like, I'm creative, so I mean that is all the things that I've been blessed to do. You know what I mean?
That's great.
And you can say it all looks great, and my daughter's trying to FaceTime me.
Hi, daughter.
Tell her to call the hotline. Well, we're wrapping it up here.
What is this?
So I
That's
don't know.
our New Year's party.
Why ain't I know nothing about no New Year's
Because
party?
you're not in the group. I gotta put you back in.
Oh, don't put me back in.
It's like, like all these amazing things that I've been blessed to do have been incredible, right? Like, I've had great experiences. And like, those are all great experiences. And I'm still waiting for the day that I will see fruit from a lot of
That's
it.
where I'm at too. Yeah, I'm just kind of
So
thank you. I
you
appreciate
sow
it,
the
but
seeds.
I just want to do more, I guess.
And I'm waiting for the fruit to actually come, or for it to come in a different avenue.
That's what
You know what I
think
mean?
do,
It's
too.
like, I'm not out here balling. I'm balling in love. You know what I mean? And I have joy. I'm grateful I have joy, and I
think,
have
like,
peace.
people put it, they think because they see you in this, or they see you in this, or this, or everything that, but if you love your creativity, your art, you're going to be there whether you're paid or not.
Absolutely.
Because it's something that you honestly love.
Absolutely.
So the pay will come or it won't, but you're still doing what you love. My mom told me that thing a long time ago. Find something that you love to do, and you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
I love doing podcasts and hosting and music and all of those things. Those things is what I was meant to do, whether the fruit comes or not.
Well, it will. It's just a question. Yeah, you got to manifest it.
It will.
It'll come. Hopefully sooner than
But
later, of course.
even if it didn't, I'd still probably do it.
And some of the things that you're looking for, that harvest, right, may not even come to you in your lifetime, but it may come to your children.
To my babies.
Yeah.
I mean, it already is. My babies produce videos. They produce, make videos. They edit them. They do different things that at their age I never even thought about.
And that
She's
look,
doing the hairstyles too.
Yeah,
working
you
on
see her
that.
doing the hair.
and
That's how
that is
creative,
going
too.
to wait till you get to really. I was thinking about this on the way over. So my daughter, I'm like, man, especially like with my health changes and
She's
stuff.
older. How is she in high school?
Sophomore in college.
College now. Yeah, she was in high school last time I met. Yeah, okay.
Girl, she's at University of Memphis. Hey, what up, Memphis? What up, Diana? Yeah. Okay. And she's studying journalism, sports broadcasting.
Yes.
And so, yes, baby, sports broadcasting and journalism. I know. A young black multicultural woman in sports broadcasting. Yeah. So what I was thinking. Okay. So I'm like, on the way here, I'm like, man, I really miss, I told her earlier, I said, Deanna, I said, I appreciate you. Like, I tell you that a lot. You know I love you. I said, but I really appreciate you, like, backwards, like hindsight, more than I even can express to you. I said, you're not here. Like, today is a big day for me, production-wise, and events. I said, she's like, why? Why you say that? I'm like, bro, you used to do my nails. You used to do my hair. You used to help me pack the car. You used to run my table. You used to do X, Y, Z, this, through, and 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean?
You were my right hand.
Yeah. And I said, now, I literally get to help you. Like, you're going to school. You're learning. I get to help you with your projects now, and you're teaching me things. So I'm like, what a beautiful thing. That's why I said, so your kids, are going to have that benefit, because she's been producing. I always called her my junior producer since she was like 8 years old. She's been working with me in film and stuff. And so now she's doing her thing in college, and it's just amazing. It's amazing. So even your babies, your baby girl, how old is she now?
She's a freshman now.
Oh my gosh!
She plays volleyball, basketball. She's got straight A's. She's on the what's that, student council.
Yeah.
She's
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
that's great.
A freshman
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I pretty much raised her by myself too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, her mom had her on the weekends, but
I was gonna say she was down there with us all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah, Jasmine grew up in the studio too.
Yeah.
Not Johnny growing up here.
Yeah, that's enough. I mean, yeah, it's just, I just like providing the experience. Yeah, it's people having a good time, smiling. It's cool. I mean, my job's done.
Yeah.
If you leave this place and you're mad, well, that's then what happened.
Right.
You know, what's going on here?
Something's going on with
I
you.
See you smile. Yeah, come back here.
Right.
You know,
do something. You want a sucker? Like, what do we got to do?
I got some stickers. I got some lanyards.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow,
Yeah, it's been an incredible journey, and parts of me, like especially with my other child, he kind of probably still does resent how I parented and the choices I made to try to make my dreams come true for our family. But where I get to see the fruit of that impact on my daughter.
Yeah.
And how that positively impacted her and is shaping her life and what she wants to do in the future.
That's a common thing with the first kid. we were speaking to somebody else that told us that their oldest child probably had issues.
Yeah, not everybody gets it.
Yeah.
I'll provide.
He's like, what are you doing this for? He was always really angry about it.
He didn't see your vision.
No, but that's okay.
You can offer it. Here's what
I
do.
Yeah.
It's your vision.
Yeah.
We first of all, as children, we have to learn that our parents are human too. If I can make a mistake, they're gonna make a mistake.
Yeah.
So we have to definitely get through that. You're not perfect. He's not perfect.
Yeah.
But it's gonna take him to realize that, to grow up, to do those different things. I mean, mama had to do what she had to do.
Right.
What kills me is that people blame the mom most times.
It's like, you do realize I'm the only parent parenting here, like, and equally, like, it doesn't have to be a man or a woman. Yeah.
For the other parent.
It's like, had I had some other support.
I've been to all the parent-teacher meetings. I've been to all that.
You know what I'm saying? But they'll blame the parent that is there.
Yeah.
They didn't do enough.
Yeah.
But the parent that's doing their thing,
who's only seen them one time in his whole life.
You never hear the blame for them.
Yeah.
It's more wanting to be with them than blaming them for the situation that you're in.
Yeah.
And that's crazy as hell, but I get it. I mean, I did that. My dad, in my mind, was the cool dad, was the dad, and I lived with my mama, even though she was the one who really was struggling.
Yeah.
I wanted to be where my dad was. You know, everything that went bad in our house was my mama's fault. I did that until I was old enough to realize, nah, mama did the damn thing.
Yeah.
This motherfucker did. You know what I'm saying? But it took growth.
Yeah. And that, you have to read my blog. You should read the one about my daddy. Because I had a whole, revelation. Because I'm always growing up, again, my dad was cool. My dad's just a cool guy.
Yeah,
anyway,
my dad was cool.
He's just cool.
Fine.
Me too. Like, hi, daddy. I love you. Yeah. And so, so he, I had this brand new revelation just a couple months ago. And when I was writing, because I'm like, man, I was looking at my child like mine. I would get mad when I went with my dad because he was, you said he's a fine man, he's a single man. So he had a lot of people that he knows and likes, and he wanted to show us off. And so I always felt, I'm like, I don't want to be paraded. I never said that to him because I don't know where my head would end up. But, I'm like, I don't want to be paraded around all these people. Like, I just want to spend time with my daddy.
That's just my. He's proud of you, though.
He was proud. And that was him spending
That was
time.
his
That's
love language. He was showing how proud of us he was.
Yeah,
and I didn't get that, literally, until recently.
That's what Jasmine says. I always tell people how great she is. Oh, stop glazing me. I'm like, well, it's true.
Yeah.
Man, I'm proud of you.
Exactly.
When my grade started going down in 8th grade.
Well, I wasn't that child. I wanted my dad to show me to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's like,
where we going now, daddy?
Because we lived in Moberly. He lived either in Warrensburg or here in St. Louis.
Okay.
So it wasn't,
excitement.
and there wasn't as often to get to see him.
Yeah.
And
So,
so
yeah, you
when I
wanted-
had
you
that
wanted
time,
the
I'm like,
emotional,
I
yeah.
want my daddy to
Yeah.
myself,
Totally.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm so grateful for that revelation. Like, that's his love language. That was his way
love
to
language.
show he's proud of us.
How much he did
Yeah.
love y'all to show everybody.
Exactly.
My husband
Get my
does
hair
that for
done,
our
do all the,
kids,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? Whatever it was.
That-
Shopping.
And I get that. See, and my dad's his love language was what he could give.
See? Yep. Oh, yeah.
And me, I used to be like, oh, he just money. That's all
Yeah.
he want to do is just
That's
give
part
me
of it
his
too.
money. That's only he don't want to spend no time. He don't want to do that. But that was his love language.
Exactly.
His father didn't never give him shit.
Yeah.
Right? Never gave him anything. So he showed how he loved us by everything he gave us.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
giving
one way
me
of
money.
gift giving. I guess some people enjoy just giving gifts.
Yeah.
But gifts are only temporary.
Yeah.
I love you. I'm holding you.
Yeah.
That's real. But I give you a gift. Oh, thanks. And then
But it was
you'll
more
play
than-
with it 2 weeks later.
Do
But
you
it
know the
was
five
more
love
than just a
five
gift.
love languages?
I forgot.
Service.
Okay.
I wrote 'em up.
But like, have you ever taken the test and know like what your languages are?
think
So
it's
I
touch
know.
one, physical, I think.
Yeah, like so I know I'm physical touch
Yeah,
and quality time,
that's
right?
how you- yeah,
So
that's how
I
you-
express the difference in understanding, like if you're my partner, and I am quality time or physical touch, but your love language is acts of service. That means okay, right? So you're not gonna appreciate us just chilling out. You want me to serve you and do things for you because that's your love language. So the difference of people understanding, like, this is my love language, so I'm trying to do my love language on you, which isn't your love language necessarily. So that's where
you gotta adapt to each other.
You
Yeah.
have to understand
Yeah.
what your love language
Yeah.
is and your partner's.
or your
and,
child
and
or a
your
business
child.
partner.
Yeah, with my kids, I definitely had to learn their love language.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I don't need you to buy me anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
But even
I'd
But
rather
that's
spend time with
probably
you.
but that's probably their love language.
It
and
was-
projecting
it
it
Your
was-
on
time
you.
is your
Yeah.
time is more valuable than any gift.
because
Yeah.
because that's your love
Yeah.
language. But you have to understand that when they're giving things to you,
Yeah.
that's theirs.
They're speaking
Right.
love to
That's-
you.
Instead of a hug, they give you a gift. I'd give
Like,
you a hug.
my
they give
daddy,
you a-
my daddy, it wasn't even just gifts. It was him paying the
Yeah.
life insurance, him paying the health insurance, him paying the bills, him.
Future, yeah.
Those were how he showed his family that he loved them, being that he thought that his father didn't love him because he didn't do those things.
Because that was his love language.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's that, but that took growth. We don't. First of all, I never knew what love languages was when
Right.
I was growing
Yeah,
up.
Right.
look it up. There's 5
And
of them.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
5. And
So-
there's now you can do the forgiveness
Yes,
test and a few other ones that I did. It was
took the
amazing.
forgiveness test.
Amazing.
They told me I had to forgive myself.
Ah,
We can move on. It's 4:06.
Oh, gotta go. You gotta be there. You started at 2.
I know, we can talk. There's so
look,
much-
we could talk forever, but we all gotta
You
go.
definitely gotta go.
You gotta go sign
heading
the
to St.
books.
Charles.
Yeah.
I gotta
Yes.
get these people away from me. Sorry. Oh,
All
my
right,
cousin.
well,
ain't
yeah,
out
let's
here.
let's.
Where can we find your books?
Yes,
Yeah,
so
so-
you can all of my books are available on Amazon, but you can always
No.
contact me
How can we get in touch
directly.
with you?
Jana
I'm
Gamble.
not buying them from Amazon.
Okay.
We don't want the third party.
Okay.
Because
yes.
I'm definitely finna buy that
Connect with me on olamiamor.blog or purposedproductions.com. So purposed, like past tense, productions, plural.com. But everything is connected on Ola Mi Amor or my link tree. So they're all connected.
book. Okay. All right. So
Yes. Thank
yeah,
you so
holla.
much for having
thank
me.
you.
And
We have
Jonah,
had the
where you
best
at again?
time.
Where you headed next?
Yeah, I'm headed to my
Okay.
book signing and go to the
Mid-Rivers
Mid-Rivers
Mall.
Mall from 4:45-ish to 6. I'll be there for like an hour. And you can come purchase your books from me. And there's a special holiday discount. Yeah, and come meet the other authors, and you can also get their signatures.
Purchase them directly, y'all.
Yes, please.
All right.
Yes. And of course, I am Bricks Montana. You can find me on all platforms of social media at Bricks Montana or The Bricks Montana on TikTok. You know, me and Janelle been making videos again. We're going to jump back into this stuff. For Justin and everything, we're going to be paid up by the first week or so in January. And so we're going to try to start on the block with Bricks and Jessica back by the second week of January.
Bring it back. Bring it back to greatest
So y'all can
greatest
start sending in
video
those
show.
videos and everything again now.
And-
Justin, where can we find
Yeah.
you?
I'm Justin Kickett. My city, my music. Biggest best, greatest ever.
In the universe.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
Well.
Coming soon to the roof, to the moon. I don't know, wherever the...
Mars.
We don't need no damn ceilings. No ceilings around here. We're going. If you don't like it, change the channel. If you do like it, hop on board. Donate today. Send the cash app. Shout out to our wonderful guest over there.
Yes,
our
this has
wonderful
been an awesome
listening
show.
audience. Next week, let's do our rundown. Next week, we got John Davis and family coming in, another great staple in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
He's been on plenty of our shows. December 21st, Scarlett O'Keefe is coming in. Phil got her booked.
Okay.
December 28th is A.T. Frost, another a gentleman he's working with his son too. He's doing some production and movie type stuff.
Awesome.
So we got coming in. And we're booking some slots in January. So if you want to be great and wonderful like us, My City, My Music Radio at gmail.com. Book your interview today. Be great like us. Have your story heard worldwide.
Yes.
In the meantime, in between time, we're out of here. Check out any of our great shows, mycitymymusic.com. If you don't like it, too bad. You can do something. I'll see you next week.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for joining me. I will take this live, and I will definitely be sharing our video.
St. Louis.